head out the next day towards the tower that's near the Baratok pools. We stop there hoping to find a potential ally before heading to Krezik. At the tower, we get zapped by a trap on the door, but we're able to climb into the tower, where we encounter a talking bust that tells us about the Temple of Amber, where his master has gone to become immortal by becoming a lich.
All
His
right,
name is huh?
point of inspiration for anyone who can name the bust and the master.
Ooh, if you give me a second to pull up my notes, I absolutely can.
I can tell you the master is Exanther. And I didn't realize the bust had a name. I thought it was
You
just
did.
Bust.
I think it was Busty McBusterson.
It
That
was
that's what it was. Yeah. No, I got this. If I can just, where's that document? Here's my problem. I take the notes and then forget the name of the. There it is. Okay. And then forget the name of the document the notes are in. Okay.
them all in the
Curse
same
of
folder.
Strahd.
I literally
Yeah.
have a folder in the middle of my desktop that says DOS. All of my Curse of Strahd notes go in there. Pictures, everything.
I do something similar.
Gavin likes living in a world of chaos.
Yeah.
All right, so
Sounds right.
what is the busts and the master's name?
No, I just have Exanther for the master. I don't have the bust's
You
name.
didn't put the
He
bust-
only had a first
I think it
name.
was
He did
like
not.
Buster something.
He did not have a last name.
Buster. Was it just Buster?
It was just Buster.
Boom.
Oh,
That's right.
boy.
I will give each of you a point of inspiration, and since Brandon's not here, I'll go ahead and get him one too, because it's only fair.
Ooh.
Let's see. I can't even pull up his character. There we go. Oh, he's already got a point of inspiration. Oh, well, he can have two. That's right. I had changed the limits. The max is 2 now.
Alright, sorry to interrupt. I see D&D time. What's the password?
Darkness, capital D. As you
You
were,
wanted to capital.
Rhaegar.
Oh,
Sorry to interrupt.
I will go back to it. Let's see. Someone has been living upstairs for some time, and we go up to investigate. We find a globe with constellations from home, as well as a creepy book called Memoirs of a Vampire and the War Against Asland. It is a book by Strahd. Further on, we eventually get to Krezik and meet Dimitri, which is Ismark's uncle. We also meet a woman named Anna who lives with Dimitri, assuming it's his wife, but not necessarily because we don't know anything other than that. We enjoy some soup, and then we scout out the Abbey. I don't even think we got to scout out the Abbey. We
We did somewhat, kind of.
meet Siegfried, who opens the door to the Abbey and told us to return in the morning. That's what happened when we scouted. Okay. So he told us to return in the morning. Also, apparently, I added the Temple of Amber to my knowledge, so I know where it's at. It's on the south edge of the map in Mount Gacus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I have so far.
Well, does anybody? Okay, so couple things. The books, they were 2 different books. So you found the war between the vampire and King Aslan, and then the book of Strahd's memoirs. Those are 2 different books. Did you want to say you grabbed both of them?
I thought we did grab all the books.
Well, you can't grab all the books because it's basically a library. So, also, I want to let y'all. I messed up. It's my fault. That I kind of skipped over this, but one of you cast a spell last session while you were inside the tower. That's not feasible, considering that the tower stops all magic within a certain amount of footage around it. So going forward, just know that if you ever go back to the tower, you are unable to cast spells within 30 feet of the tower.
Oh, so my magic,
Yeah, your detect magic wouldn't have been able
Yeah.
to go off.
gotcha.
So-
Okay.
So, for whatever reason, I can't make Me 6 work to get music going. It's just not working.
I had that problem the other day. Also, so the notes in the tower. Let's just say, how much of those notes did you want to grab? Just like a couple handfuls, or?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're just doing the recap now. So when y'all were in the tower, how many of those notes did y'all want to grab? Did y'all want to grab a couple books, or just and then sort through them later?
Yes.
Okay. So the one book that y'all did read was the Memoirs of Count Strahd von Zarovich. That was the one that y'all read at the end. Let me see if I can find that item in this. I do not actually have the item on hand, but I can get. If y'all want a reference, I can post it in the chat box. Just give me a second. I'll have to Google it real quick. But yeah. So I'll do that in a minute. But so y'all went. It was just Arrow and Rhaegar that went to the Abbey, and you were turned away at the gate. Yeah, it takes probably about an hour to get there, so you went up there for nothing, and then it's getting. You've noticed on your way back that it's getting colder, and the snowfall is getting heavier overnight. You get back to the cabin, and you all rest up. Something y'all do notice is that you only saw the Baron and the Baroness, Anna. And there is 3 bedrooms. The room that they have situated y'all in, Irina has her own room. They put her in a room. The room that y'all are in has 4 beds. So y'all can figure that out on your own. But there is nobody else within the house. So, and that's the rest of you.
Okay.
So sleep takes a majority of you, for quite some time. Arrow, you wake at your normal 4 hours after and had a pretty good night's rest. You notice that you see Jace stirring a lot. Just not writhing, but just tossing and turning in his sleep. What do you do for the 4 hours they're still asleep?
I'm sorry, what?
I said, what do you do for the 4 hours while they're still asleep?
They're still asleep. So how they treated us when we first got here? They didn't treat us very well, did they? They kind of put us as outcasts,
They
right?
did not. They weren't racist like Velaki. They just were
Yeah.
like, hey, we don't know you. You can't come in. And then Ismark spoke up and said, I am the governor of Barovia, the town Barovia, and I need to speak to my uncle.
Okay.
And then his uncle was the one that let y'all in, and he informed y'all over dinner last night that y'all have 3 days, and then y'all have to leave, but he will house you and feed you until then. Because y'all said that y'all are just kind of helping Irina and Ismark go meet the abbot. So this would be your first day here.
Okay.
But they've treated you pretty well. I mean, nobody's giving you
Yeah.
nasty stares. People like raise an eyebrow when you walk by, but nobody's like cussing you out on the streets like Velaki.
Yeah, I gotcha. I was just curious. Hey, would I be able to copy? Remember the runes that devil or that fiend was putting on the kid's bed to give them nightmares? Would I be able to copy that rune thing to put on someone's bed to give them nightmares? Would I be able to copy it, or do I have to
If
do a
you can
magical
learn,
spell incantation?
that would be the spell Bestow Curse. So
Oh, okay. So I
you're
have to
gonna
have that
have to,
spell.
you're gonna have to learn the spell Bestow Curse.
Bestow curse. Okay.
Yeah, because you're not a demon and you're not a Vistani, so you can't just curse people whenever you want, or a hag.
Yeah.
You can't just
Yeah.
draw a picture and curse somebody. Why not?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, you can draw a hand flicking somebody off, but that's about the best you got.
Ah, okay.
Okay. I was just curious because if everybody pisses me off, they're getting a bunch of nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, there is a spell to induce nightmares.
Yeah, but I want it to be nightly.
I think that's
Every single
Dream,
night.
right?
Dream, yeah, that's one of the things that Dream can do. You can turn the dream into a nightmare, and it keeps you from getting a long rest.
But I mean, I want it to be every night they go to bed, they get nightmares.
I mean, eventually, if you do that to somebody long enough and they just never benefit from a long rest, they'll just die after a certain number of levels of exhaustion.
True. I'm just gonna read over my spell book, kind of prepare my spells for the day if I want to switch anything out or anything like that. But otherwise, I'm just gonna sit there. I'm not gonna do much.
Okay. So, moving on to the next one. Jace, you, as the night takes you
Okay.
you hear the soft ringing of some bells off in the distance from, presumably coming from the abbey. And you hear a woman's whisper tell you you must bathe yourself and purify yourself. And you hear it repeated every time the abbey bell rings as you drift away into your own sleep.
Wait, what do I hear every time the bell rings?
That a woman, you hear a woman's voice tell you you must purify yourself. Every time the bell rings, it's just a soft whisper to purify yourself.
Yeah, purify yourself. You're not pure, damn it.
Well, yeah, I'm a half-breed, but anyway. And what's the name of the town we're in again? I'm sorry.
Krezk. Krezk. Krezk.
Krezk? Like there's no more
Yep.
vowels in that?
Nope.
That's Krezk. Okay.
Yeah, Krezk. Krezk.
Okay. Interesting.
It could be a silent I. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. Who are you? The DM? Call it how it
Yeah.
sees it.
Jeez.
Hey Tony, I'll give you a point of DM inspiration if you can remember my character's brother's name.
Why do I want your DM inspiration?
I don't know. I was just
Do you
turning
not
it back to you.
remember your character's brother's name?
Oh no, I do.
That's your character's brother.
This is true.
Why the fuck should he care? No, I'm just kidding.
All right, so the morning y'all all wake up to the smell of fresh baked breads and smoked meats. How do?
So I don't get anything.
Nope, not here.
That's a good thing.
Oh, you know what I've been forgetting actually? Are you in the server?
I am.
Roll a d20.
Oh shit. That's an 11.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah, nothing happens. Nothing happens to you.
First.
Oh, I have 2 points of inspiration, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
you got one because we're awesome.
yeah, we played a little trivia game, like a what's his name again.
Mm.
That's how we'll start the sessions every time from now on. Is I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and if y'all can answer it, everybody's gonna get a point of inspiration,
I might steal that idea from you.
just to make sure y'all are on your tippy toes. And don't be stealing my ideas, Gavin. Keep
Yeah,
your-
Gavin. I'm
your
gonna
own
use that.
ideas.
Hey,
No.
Tony.
How
Tony,
dare
can
you
I
do-
use your idea?
Yeah,
If
you
I
can
ask
use it.
nicely?
Yeah, you
Thank
can use it. Yeah. All right. Well, okay. So the day is y'all's. What do y'all? What do?
So
First.
I know my character's next objective. Granted, I'm okay with what anybody else has that they want to do along the way, but right now my sole objective is to get to Argen Vostholt.
And you know what? My sole objective is finding freaking the lying bitch.
What about the Amber Temple?
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah, because I remember what that is.
Wait, who are you looking for, Grim?
Rick Tavio.
Oh, what? Okay.
What? My senior told me I needed to find the little asshole.
Oh yeah, he's got your ticket out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
For
you
the line,
know,
bitch.
you already used it.
So I'm just gonna throw a little theory that I have out there, and that's just because like I'm the kind of person that predicts the ending of a movie when nobody else does. My prediction is that I don't know. I feel like there's been too much attention to him for this not to be the case. I think Rick Tavio is the assassin. That's what I think.
Oh yeah, but y'all were calling me crazy when I said that.
You said
That's
that?
Off
Ah.
our way to the abbot.
I've already
off our way
told
to the
y'all.
abbot.
I've
Off
already
it now.
told y'all that Rick Tavio is not the assassin.
I
Yeah.
I
Then
know
again,
you've
I've
said
also
that, but
told
I feel
y'all
like
that-
he
I
is.
don't know. I don't know.
Again.
You willing to put money on it?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
I
But
just
$5.
yeah. I'll bet you $5, Tony.
Rather not.
Take the bet.
I'll take the bet.
Okay.
Betting with the DM. Literally has read all the chapters, well, probably not, but read most of it.
Or
and-
maybe he's sounding so confident about it to throw us off.
Maybe.
So, if you've read the Curse of Strahd module from Wizards
Mhm.
of the Coast, this ain't it.
Oh, gotcha.
So some of the information might be misinterpreted, but if you Googled it. But anyways,
I've
so you
never
are
done
sitting at the table. Dimitri's at the head. Not all of you can fit at the table because there's only 6 seats. So Dimitri and his wife are definitely at the table.
I'm
Irina
sitting in
is
the, I'm
definitely.
standing in the corner.
There's other chairs around that they've kind of found and brought in. And
No,
stuff
I'm
for
still.
everybody to
I'm
sit.
standing on. I'm standing in the corner. I'm on alert at this point. Like I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm
We've already
sitting-
been attacked by Strahd randomly multiple times. No, it's time to be on alert.
I'm sitting
Okay.
next to Arena,
His
At
girlfriend.
the table.
asking her if she wants some sausage.
right? Holy shit.
She's actually not eating. You'll notice she's just staring into her food.
She can eat this. Never mind.
So Dimitri speaks up to all of you and he says, "So, what are you all going to do with the day? You gonna
I don't
go
know.
straight to the abbot?"
I think we should scout things out up there for sure.
Yeah.
He looks over to Irina and he tells her, he's like, "You don't look too well. Why don't you stay back today?" And she nods and just takes a bite out of her bread. She doesn't look too well.
Yeah, actually, I think her and Ismark should stay behind while we scout out the abbey or the
Is-
abbot. or-
Ismark
Do
kinda
we
perks
really
up.
want to leave? And I'm saying this in character now. Do we really want to leave her alone, though?
I
Who
don't
wants to be
know that
alone?
it's safe to take her to the abbey or to the abbot. Is it abbot abbey, or is it an abbot at an abbey?
The abbot is an abbot is a rank.
Yeah,
It's a
but
religious rank.
Is there an abbot, or is it just an abbey?
There is an abbot at the abbey.
There is an abbot at the abbey. Okay, there is an abbot. All right.
His
Yeah,
name is Abbot.
Try saying that 10 times fast.
Abbot at the Abbey. Abbot
Alright,
at the
come on.
Abbey.
Come on. Refocus.
Oh, we have to focus. Your focus needs
So-
more focus.
And yes, I
Is-
do think she should stay behind.
Ismark speaks up and he says, "Bro, why?
He says,
I'm not
bro.
staying." Yeah, it's canon now. He
Uh-huh.
calls Rhaegar bro.
Oh, okay.
He says, "I'm not staying. I'm going. If you go to see the abbot, I am going too."
All right, then I'll stay and make sure to keep Irina company.
But you're our
Absolutely not.
rager, however. We need your company. Who else is going to bash them in the face if we get into a confrontation?
I suggest that we leave Jace.
I would like to go as well, though.
Yes, but you also have the least combat prowess of all of us. So if that-
What makes you say that?
Oh,
Why
I
do they
mean-
call straw?
What if I stayed behind? Since I am the fastest, I can get to where I need to go.
Oh, that is very true. That is very true.
As well as I have spells and I can heal, and if one of you dies, I can literally bring you back to life.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen you when you've run out of the ability to cast spells, and then you're kind of useless. You don't
I-
even have a regular weapon. I mean, I have a couple swords. Rhaegar has a
I
maul,
have
a couple swords.
I have a small crossbow.
Yeah, it's a little weenie crossbow.
Again. How about this? I will stay since I am the fastest.
I agree.
I agree. Plume can stay behind.
Ivan
You don't
grunts.
need stealth for this little excursion anyway.
You need my mastery of spellcraft, is what you need.
If
Listen, if anybody's a
Sure,
master of
because-
spellcraft, I have
was
more spell prowess than you could
Uh,
at this point.
As I
Can you
say,
bring someone back from the dead?
Well, can you? Because I haven't seen you
Yes!
do it yet.
Because I haven't had to. You know what? How about you let Regard kill you, and we'll test how good I am at bringing you back to life.
Oh,
Oh, I clutched my
Dimitri
smile.
slams his hands down upon the table. This is not the house you argue in. This is my house. If you wish to do violence, you do it outside of my city.
I apologize. I will stay behind. You all go. If anything troubling happens, I will run to you. And yes, can you? Does any of you know how to like send me a message without using a bird or a plane or?
How far can dancing lights reach?
60 feet? Or no, 120
Uh,
feet, I think, maybe?
I got the spell. That's 120 foot
Yeah,
of
but you
range.
can. I think
Can
you
I
can
put
shoot
dancing
them
lights
in the air. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can shoot them in the air.
Yes,
So-
if you have a way to,
I have.
if you have a way to get
dan-
to my attention, I will be here.
Yes, I will shoot red lights into the sky if we are in trouble. If we are not in trouble, I will shoot green.
So let me see. It's approximately 4 miles. Say 2, 4,
If I
6, 8, 1,000 feet. About 10,000 feet.
If I shoot him towards the village,
That'll take you a minute to get that far. That'll take you a good bit. But you'll get there. We'll say it'll take you like 10 minutes at full speed.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as we're walking away, I'm just gonna make like a little like icy whirlwind swirl
Are you
around in my
leaving
hand,
already?
and I'm like, "Bet you wish you could do this, huh? Don't you, Plume? Bet you wish you could do this."
I
dang,
could
you don't
literally
pop-
shroud you in complete darkness where you would never be able to see. So,
So you're a one-trick pony. We all get it.
Are y'all leaving the house already? Y'all heading
I
up there?
think so.
Yes.
Okay.
Do we have a reason not to?
No. So Ivan goes with you as well. Ismark is gonna go with you as well. So Ismark, Ivan, and the rest of you. Plume. Irina kind of like tugs at your shirt and asks to walk around the town a bit. She just wants some fresh air and to kind of
course.
explore the town. So
of course, let's go. Yeah, I'm completely down. I'm gonna walk with her around town and
she
pretty much be her escort.
He's trying to
They're
steal
gonna
your
get-
girl.
They're going on a
he's
date.
gonna literally walk around with her, and then Strahd's gonna show up, and he's gonna have to run
That'd be
away and
fucked.
go get the girl.
While they're in their trek up the mountain, some of you notice that since it's more or less more daytime than it was last night, when you look down on the town, you see that a very tall stone wall encloses the settlement. And you see snow-dusted mountain spurs. Beyond the wall on the inside of the town, all the pines, thin and wispy, with white wisps of smoke coming up from beneath them. Small somber bell tolls in the distance from the stone abbey. Climbing up the mountain, you notice that the snowfall gets heavier and heavier the higher above the settlement you go. The steady chime and the mountainside view is a lot more welcoming, and it's a big change from the deathly silence and the oppressive fog and heavy rain that you've grown accustomed to. The mist-shrouded village below, beyond the wall, on the inside, seems to be more of a scattering of humble wooden cottages among dirt roads and stretches that stand between snow-dusted pine trees. So many in trees, in fact, it almost constitutes as a small forest. You notice to the northeast, as the gray cliffs rise sharply, the road winding up the abbey grows closer. Jace,
Yes.
wisdom check.
A check. Okay, so this isn't a saving throw?
Nope, wisdom
This-
check.
This wouldn't be. Okay.
Wisdom check.
Ooh, that's not bad. 18.
18. Okay, we'll get back to you guys in a minute. Smoke.
Yes.
As you're traveling around with Irina, 20, 30 minutes pass, and the two of you find yourself in a clearing to the northern part of the village.
Mm-hmm.
And let me pull up the map so I can say these words. Even under gray skies, you find a small pool to the north end of the village. It shimmers and sparkles. Near its shores sits a small old gazebo on the verge of collapse. A wooden statue of a mournful, bare-chested man, its paint chipped and faded, stands in the gazebo with arms outstretched as though waiting to be embraced. You see, as you and Irina draw closer, you see a small golden glimmer shine from the base of the pool. And it shines directly towards a small plaque that gets highlighted, beating off of what remains of a singular sun's ray. The placard reads, Shrine of the White Sun, established by Saint Markovia after the fall of Barovia to the Dark Lord. Pray and baptize thyself in the holy waters to purge and purify your soul, body, and spirit for eternal healing. And then Irina sits down in the little gazebo and she asks if she could just be left alone to pray, if you would just stand guard over her. Anything you want to do?
Brando?
Brandon? B? He's dead. Moving on. Jace.
He's making death
Me.
throws.
As you are all taking time to catch your breath and kind of just look around at this quiet, peaceful scenery below you, you see off into the far distance, you see a small tower that hugs the cliffside of a lake where you were just yesterday, about the same time.
So I'm seeing a vision right now?
No, you're looking down the side.
Oh,
of the
okay,
mountain.
okay.
Looking back, something catches your eye off back towards the village. A small, crystal-like pool. And right dead in the center is a glowing yellow, like goldish sheen. And you feel the amulet against your chest get warm. For almost half a second, you feel like someone has placed their hand upon your chest.
So am I seeing like a orb of light in this lake, or
Not an orb of light in the lake. You
like
just
above
see
it?
No, it's just like where the water. It's like a single bead of sunlight is piercing the veil and striking right in the center of the lake, and it just catches your eye for just a brief second.
And okay. Do I feel like something's drawing me to this lake?
You do.
I'm-
Well, it's more or less a small pond.
So I'm not gonna be stupid and just walk off without saying anything, but I'm gonna turn to the rest of the party and say that pond over there. I'm gonna pull out the amulet. The amulet is
Okay, I'm
telling.
back, sorry.
You're good. So I'm gonna pull out the amulet and say, like, the amulet. Again, call me crazy, but I mean, we live in a world of magic, so surely it's not that insane. I'm being drawn to that pond. There's something that tells me I need to go there. It has to do with the amulet. Perhaps maybe I might unlock some more of its power, or perhaps just I'm asking you to trust me on this one, but I do not wish to go alone.
Can we go after we check out the abbey?
I feel as though I should go now. I don't. I mean, for all I know, perhaps maybe it would be okay to go after the abbey, but I don't want to risk missing this chance in case I need to go right now.
The pool is still gonna be there.
Sure, but perhaps the power from which I can draw from it. This might be a one-time thing, or it might not be. I don't know, but I don't wish to take the chance.
So, the gold light that you saw, it was just a flicker. It wasn't like a pulsating light.
No, I get it. It was
But
almost like a little bit of sunlight brushed through the tree line and settled on a specific spot, if I'm gathering this right.
Yeah, and it's not like it doesn't feel like somebody's tugging at the amulet. It just feels like the amulet got real warm for a second.
The amulet is reacting to this pond, and again, I understand what you're saying, Rhaegar, that the lake will still be there. I feel as though we can't afford to take any chances to miss out on any sort of advantage that we can gain. And if putting this off until our trip back were to do so, I just don't wish to take the chance. But again, I will not go alone, so if you will not go with me, then we will try to circle back. But I'm asking you to trust me on this.
Either we all go to the abbey, or we all go to the pond.
Exactly.
Right?
Because I'm definitely going to the abbey. I'm not letting someone.
Of course, this will be very quick.
All right. Who else is with us? Arrow and Ivan, right?
Ivan and Ismark.
Ivan and Ismark. Arrow's not here.
I'm making
No.
my way.
Oh yeah,
Arrow's
Arrow would
there.
still be there. Yeah, it's Plume that
Yeah.
stayed
What
behind.
do Arrow, Ivan, and Ismark say?
Mhm.
Ismark just shrugs. I'm with you.
Okay.
Ivan sits on a rock and he says, "I'm not walking down to walk back up."
Fair enough.
I mean,
Arrow,
yeah,
what
we're,
say you?
we're kind of already
Uh,
here. If we, um,
Yeah, y'all
how
are
close
closer
is the
to
abbey?
You're closer to the top than the bottom, so you're like 3/4 of the way to the abbey already.
All right. It's decided. We're going to the abbey first.
I hope we do not come to regret this.
I don't know if you heard me before my freaking headset went kaput, but I'm actually gonna step into the waters.
Okay. How far do you go?
It's more strict and formal, whereas.
Did you
Game of
hear?
Thrones
Did you
had
hear what
that
I said
sort of-
that the placard reads? You want me to read it again?
Yeah, about you had to bathe in the water, and it's something about eternal healing.
Something
Yeah.
about Strahd as well.
So
Baptized.
okay, hold on. I'll just read it again. Shrine of the White Sun, established by Saint Markovia after the fall of Barovia to the Dark Lord. Pray and baptize thyself in the holy waters to purify
It's not
yourself
slow,
for
but
and
it
gain
does-
eternal healing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go far enough in to bathe.
So,
So it's not that deep. You can travel all the way to the center, and it still probably only comes up to about mid chest. It's
All right, then I will go to the center, and then I will go under and come back up.
so this water is actually it's actually kind of warm. It's a little unusual to you, but this water is actually very warm, like a hot bath, and it's refreshing. But you don't really feel any change to your body.
Well, I'll start praying.
To who?
Hmm.
hi.
So I as a player don't remember
Okay.
what they've been calling
The Morning Lord.
their. I'm gonna pray to the Morning Lord.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Okay.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
54.
That's a pretty good number, but yeah, I mean, you don't feel a difference. Are you wearing clothes?
Don't know what was going on.
I mean, the wraps around my hands.
Okay.
And like I'm shirtless for the most, and I'm wearing pants, but that's about it.
So, the 3 scars that you previously had on your body are gone when you come out of the waters. You notice that 3 scars where you were slashed open and then you were impaled. No, it was 5. Yeah, the 5 scars where you were impaled by the blood spikes. All 5 of those are gone.
That was Jace. They got hit by the magic missile from the witch, the crone.
Yeah, but I
Right,
got
yep.
impaled too by blood.
Yeah, the blood. He got impaled by the blood
Oh,
mage.
you got a different impalement. There's been so many impalements.
Have you
Yeah.
really gone down 5 times in this campaign?
A lot of people have been penetrated.
I think I've only gone down. I think I've gone down twice. I want to say.
Yeah,
Irina,
I've never gone down.
do you know what these waters? I mean, do you understand this?
Baroness Anna told me that they were waters blessed by Saint Markovia in worship to the Morning Lord. She says they have healing properties.
Well, yes, my wounds are healed.
Oh, well, that is wonderful.
This is quite interesting.
I just need a moment. I wish to sit and enjoy this calm peace while I can.
Of course, I'm going to get out and just kind of stand guard.
Yeah, it's real cold. Your pants are real fucking cold.
Parts of him have crawled back inside himself.
Yeah. Your tail has now gone back into your body. Both
Awesome.
ends.
Penis. Your
fun.
penis has shoveled up like a like a grapefruit.
But anyways, okay, so the rest of you are going up to the Abbey.
The Abbey.
All right, so you continue to take the journey back up the mountain. And
Okay.
you see a thing.
A thing.
You see these tall stone walls, even bigger than the ones down at the city. They, looking through the iron gate and the small outhouse, you don't see any movement. You hear what sounds to be like a little bit of animal yelping and a cacophony of some noises, and then after a while it dies down. As you see,
They're sacrificing animals.
as you see a figure shoveling what looks to be dirt off to the side.
Wait, where do we see this?
Off to the side of the gate.
Of the Abbey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just a figure in a cloak.
Hello there.
The figure stops and doesn't turn around. How may I help you?
So we wish to have an audience with the abbot. Is he in?
He is always in. Stand back, please. I am going to share a map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
That's right. That's right. So, this is where you guys is.
This is where you guys is.
But where are
This
we
is where
at?
Yeah, but where are we truly at?
Well, considering you can't end a sentence in a preposition, you're nowhere.
Oh.
So I will use Jace's icon to... Oh, that's really big.
Holy shit. Oh.
Let's delete that. So that's where you are, on the outside of the gate. So the figure tells y'all to stand back and wait, and he walks into one of the side houses. Gavin, how do I set up a thing on here again?
A thing. Well, you
grid.
do this one thing with the other thing. So
Mhm.
there should be a. There you go. If you right click and select Add Layer, you can set up a grid, and then you can adjust it. Sometimes these have a note that tells you with a grid, the proper grid size to set, but it doesn't look like this
What's
one has
the-
it.
What's the color we normally go with?
Green.
We'll go with this one. Do smaller than that. So there we go. That looks about right. Alright, so let's delete your massive token. Try to reassign it. Yeah, that looks a little better. So the figure in the cloak, as it turns around, you see what is an insane sight. Oh, and I will read you the description of this person. Hold on. I got untab.
This is a tiny grid, dude.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Sure it's supposed to be that small?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's actually supposed to be smaller. Yeah, it's actually supposed to be a lot smaller. So the Abbey. Yeah, the grid's supposed to be a little bit smaller than that, but that's okay. Wait, no, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, 15-foot wide gate. Yeah, no, that's the accurate size. 15-foot wide gate. The stone walls are 10 feet wide. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
So, the creature that you see before you is about 4 foot 9 inches tall and squats instead of standing upright. He looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body. He has one human ear and one wolf's ear, and a protruding wolf's snout and fangs. His arms and hands are human, but his legs are that of a leonin, and he has a donkey's tail. He can barely speak common, and he seems to laugh like a donkey's bray. As he
He is
stumbles
Simic
and
hybrid?
walks. No. He stumbles and walks to the gate and starts pulling one of the levies to open the gate. As he steps out, he points over to the main Abbey building, and he just tells you to go and knock.
Thank you so much for your guidance, good sir. I didn't catch your name.
Otto.
Otto, the donkey lion. That's how I'm putting it in my notes.
So this is where he tells you to go and knock on this front gate.
Okie dokie. I will go ahead and knock the hell out of that front gate then.
So as you're walking, you see a person step out of that gate and shut it behind them. And this person is covered in a heavy wool cloak like the first one. And they go to walk by you and they try to cover up part of their bodies, but you can still see some protruding. You see that the left side of their face is reptilian with lizard-like scales, and the right side with tufts of gray fur.
Why do I feel like we're gonna have to fight a bunch of weird ass animal hybrid things?
And they don't even look up. They just continue to walk past you.
Keep on walking.
Do we see any more donkey lions?
Nope.
No.
No more
okay.
donkey lions.
All right.
So you're gonna.
Hmm?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I continue to go forward and knock on the door. Hard
So-
and make Goliath. Or,
As soon as you knock on the door, it is almost instant. As soon as you how many knocks you do? 2 or 3?
3.
Sorry, that's the wrong combination. Nobody answers. You actually
Alright,
hear a voice on the other side that tells you nobody's home. No, I'm just joking. As soon as you finish the last knock, the doors fling open with like a violent throw, and you see a man stands before you with this golden curly hair, and his eyes are that of a bright blue, almost seems to be shining, with a over-exaggerated smile on his face. He stands eye to eye with you, Rhaegar, and he doesn't look to be like a scrawny. He looks kind of big, like you, but he looks human, very soft features on his face, with
Is he a-
no blemishes or anything like that. And he wears these very ornate blue and white robes. Hello, it is good to meet you all. How may I help you? I am the abbot.
Rhaegar, why don't you take this one?
Rhaegar, such a
I'll,
pleasant name
reach
to
out my hand to shake his
hear.
hand. And I'll pay attention to how strong his grip is too when I shake his hand.
He looks at your hand and then he looks back to you and he pulls his hands up in front of him and kind of clasps his hands one over the other. And he is a very straight posture. How may the abbot serve you today?
We were hoping you could give us a tour.
Why?
We're on a pilgrimage from.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that sounds appropriate. But unfortunately, we do not allow cursed items into the abbey. I apologize.
What
Discard of
cursed
such
items?
things, and I may grant you passage.
What
I will.
cursed items?
Not may, I will.
Sorry. What cursed items?
He just stares at you with his giant, over-exaggerated smile,
Could
unblinking.
point to the cursed item, or who has the cursed item?
I think he's talking about your mall, Jace. Or
Yes.
Rhaegar.
It's not cursed. It's actually been cleansed of the curse, and it's now a blessed mall. Remember?
Oh, yes, those two. And he points at Jace and Arrow.
What am I holding that's cursed?
Yeah, I think they're talking about our race.
Both of you have in your possession cursed items, and if you wish access to the abbey, you must discard.
Would you care to enlighten me what I have that's cursed?
No. Because if
Wait.
you don't know, then you are not worthy of knowing.
No, I don't want to just like pull that out.
Please,
I
all of you, as you dispense of your cursed items,
I
come
have
back
this-
to see me.
I have
And
this
I will
apple
grant
pie that I
permission.
acquired from some crone.
And he
Is this
shuts the doors.
cursed?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stay outside. Y'all can have fun in there.
I'll say, is it my hammer? Because it used to be cursed, and I'll sit it down against the wall.
No,
Abby.
I think they were talking about your mall. He just forgot that.
Okay,
No, he was
I'm-
saying that the two of y'all have cursed items on
Yeah,
you that
I-
y'all do
but
not know about.
my-
Not
my-
his cursed items.
The only magical item I have is literally a holy symbol. How is something holy
have-
also cursed?
Don't you have that amulet of Ravenkind or some such?
Yeah, but that's a holy symbol.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah. How is something that's holy also cursed?
Does not mean it is freaking.
I have spell books, but that's about it. And a and a quarterstaff, but that's not even.
I'm not leaving the holy symbol behind. Like somebody could take that. I don't trust him enough to just like leave that behind.
I mean, I'll
Even
stay
arrow.
outside if y'all want to go in.
Ivan and me can still go in as well, right?
Yes, but he
Yeah.
shut the doors on all of you.
Oh, well, I'll knock again and say that some of us will wait
The
outside.
doors, again, as soon as you finish knocking, the doors are viciously ripped open. Hello, I am the abbot, and it is a pleasure to meet all of you.
Are
How
you
may I serve you?
Creepy.
are you sure about staying behind Arrow?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just send up the lights if you need me.
All right. I hand
Staying
Arrow my.
behind, outside the abbey is not a choice you are able to make. You have no option to enter. Ergo, you stay outside.
All
I-
of us, or just can one of us stay behind?
Yes.
I don't know what he's saying. I hand
Please
Arrow.
remove your cursed items, and then I shall grant you passage into the abbey. Pilgrims, And then
I
he slams
hand
the doors again.
I hand Arrow my holy symbol of Ravenkind and just said, "Keep this safe."
You are unable to take the holy symbol off of your neck.
I can't take it off.
Nope.
Hey, Arrow, let's
okay.
go. Or hey, Jace. You know what? Let's leave them to the Abbey. We're gonna go to your pool.
I like that idea.
Yep, that sounds good. All right, I'm going to, after as soon as they step away and they're like kind of out of sight, I'll go ahead and knock again so that me and Ismark and Ivan can enter.
Again, third verse, same as the first. The doors viciously ripped open. Hello, I am the abbot. It is a pleasure to have you here today. How may I serve you?
Would like to take that tour now if you're ready.
I have time. Yes.
Excellent. I will
Chance,
proceed
did
in.
you come from the village?
We came from. Oh crap! What's the name of it?
Say the village,
Um,
because that's where we are coming from like from right now.
I mean, we're not like from the town down there. We're not from.
Of course not.
No, we're from. Shoot, hold on. Wish I could remember names. Not
Right, this way, please. What
Yep,
would you
I
like
will
to see
follow.
first? This
Um,
used to be called the Abbey of Markovia, a holy saint, if you would. She ran this place as a hospital. Since then, it has been under distress until I arrived.
Oh, really? What kind of
Yes.
distress?
Incest,
What?
carnivores, murder,
You're down the hill. You don't hear him talk
suicide,
about incest.
mutations,
that.
other things, cursed, hauntings, ghosts, specters, golems, among other things. Any more distress you would need? Oh, a lot of rotting material. Many house parts, like the roofs of the buildings, have crumbled. Since then, I have and my followers have repaired several damages to the structure.
That's great.
I'm literally making food, dude, and you made me lose my appetite.
We were able to sedate most of those that wish to have a carnivorous appetite on their family.
Is that those people that were like hybrids with animals that we passed by?
Yes.
I
and
know how the
no.
hybrids were made now.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. That could not have been less clear.
Oh,
I am confusion.
Hi,
I
confusion.
believe they called you Rigar earlier. Are you confusion or Rigar?
I'm a confused Regar.
Ah, I see. It is a expression, is it not?
Yes.
Are
Your
you confusion or
emotions and
Rhaegar?
Conclusion. Mortal emotion. Yes?
It. Well, yes. I'm mortal. Are you not?
Oh, yes, quite.
You're quite tall.
I am. Or are you? Short.
How tall was this dude again?
He's eye to eye with Rigar.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm 8 foot tall.
So, where would you like to begin? Would you like to see the library with Miss Esmeralda? Or would you like to go to the unsavory parts and visit the old Bellevues?
We can start with the library. I'm not great at reading, but I'll go look at books. Maybe Ivan and
fantastic.
Ismark would like to see the books.
So he spins around in a very fast manner, and he paces quickly. Like he does not walk in a his walk is with a purpose, and he walks extremely fast, almost having to jog to keep up. You barely see a bouncing movement in him. He stands like it almost looks like he floats as he walks, with his gown dragging against the ground as he moves.
Can I see his feet, or is he floating?
You cannot see his feet.
When he was facing me, could I see his feet?
Yes.
Okay, so his feet are on the ground. He's
Yes.
not like a floating vampire dude. Okay.
No. But as he's walking, just the movement of him walking, there's like none of that bouncing. He's just walking very quickly, and he has an extremely straight back. He's very, like, almost like a nobleman, walking very delicately, but also insanely fast. Almost like you would, like, even for Rhaegar, he's walking fast for even Rhaegar and his high movement speed. He leads you down into the southeastern building, and the door is just wide open. He walks straight in, hangs a left, and goes straight upstairs. I'm gonna have to pull out another map.
Dun, 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 dun. That's
Second map.
You only play that music if there's a scene change, though.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Second map. Alright, so here's the second map. He leads you up into the upper floor in the... Hold on. All these maps are fucking topsy-turvy. No, he leads you to the right. Okay. Where the foyer. So he technically leads you this door. So, as you enter in to the first set of doors, this room looks as though it used to be some type of office, as evidenced by the remains of a desk and a chair, both of which has been smashed to pieces. A hallway to the south leads to a stairway going up. A dark passage to the east is full of unnatural and a cacophony of whispers, mad laughter, and bestial odors.
Is that the S20, S21 area that you're talking about? Where the cacophony's at?
No, S15.
Oh, are we still on the other map? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the map on the bottom. I shared the second map because we'll get to that one in a minute, but we're looking at the map on the top.
Gotcha.
So
okay, S15 is where the cacophony is coming from.
Yes, and who has a passive perception over 15?
Mine's 14, unfortunately.
I think it's just Arrow. Arrow and Ivan. So
I'm not there.
So Ivan sees something then, right?
Oh no, Ivan got turned away. Arrow got turned away. Yeah, Ivan sees something. And then you just kind of hear Ivan whisper it out, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then,
if I can, I will ask Ivan, "What is up? Did you hear something?"
He whispers back to you. He's like, "There's a golem back there." Just
a golem? Where?
At the end of the hallway. That was kind of weird. But anyways, let's keep going. And you see the abbot starts to walk up the stairs. Just hangs the right and walks up the stairs of S14 and 15. He's going up those stairs down at the bottom. Which leads us over to S20 on the other map.
Okay.
No, S19. My bad. Yeah, S19 is the library. So when he hits the top of the stairs, the upstairs office, a wooden counter-shaped L stands at the front of the spacious office with other furniture that looks as though it is rotten long ago, leaving heaps of moldy wood and faded clothing. He heads out to the left, where he goes on the balcony and the catwalks above, where that is lining the abbey walls to the outside. Looking outward are dozens of scarecrows. They wear tattered chain shirts and carry spears with rusty heads. The courtyard below is blanketed with a small dust of fog.
Scarecrows?
Yeah, scarecrows on the top of the walls. So he then heads south towards the S19, and he stops in front of the door and motions towards the door, and he says, "This is where you will find Esmeralda de Aravenir. If there is anything else you would need, please come and find me." And then he turns and starts walking in the opposite direction.
Okay. Guess we check out the library for a bit and meet Esmeralda.
See. Esmeralda.
Esmeralda.
So, when you open the door, you are greeted by a waft of different smells and odors. The overwhelming smell of lavenders and other essential oils like sandalwood and such just blow straight into your face. Right behind it is the nauseous smell of mold and mildew coming from this room. As you enter in, you see a woman standing over a desk, peering down, looking at dozens and dozens of books, scattered and open to various pages. She's wearing very bright colored reds and blues and yellows, as she has this long red hair that is just a mess of curls. On her waist, you see various different swords and axes and a light crossbow strewn across her back. As you open the door, she whips around, tossing a dagger that dings into the side of the door, as right next to Rhaegar's head. And she looks at you. Are you friend or foe?
I
Because the
say
second
first
one
under
will
my
not miss.
first what?
The second one will not miss.
I first say under my breath to Ivan next to me, I'm turned on. And then I turn and say to her, very much friend. Would love to get to know you. A hot redhead that can throw daggers? Come on.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
Me and my friends here are on a pilgrimage. And I walk up to shake her hand and introduce myself.
A pilgrimage.
Indeed.
She sits back. She doesn't shake your hand, and she just leans back against the table and crosses her arms. Let us play a game, as my people are so fond of. Have you heard of the Vistani?
Yes, I've met them.
So, good. So you know how most of them are cheery and lively with music and dancing.
Indeed.
Let us play a game. You tell me another lie, and I will cut out all of your tongues.
They actually had quite a big party and celebration after we saved a young girl from drowning in the lake.
Oh, wow, that's so special.
Yeah,
I like her.
There was quite a big party.
Oh, yes, okay. Who is your master and why do you serve? Are you sent here to kill me? Strangle my neck? Because I promise you, you will have a very difficult time. It is probably best if you all just turn back and tell your master Strahd that someone is coming for him, and you cannot handle me here.
I have no master, and I promise I will not choke you unless you're into that.
She kind of giggles. She says, well, you are very forthcoming. I will say that. Do you drink by any chance? And she holds up a goblet and takes a sip from it.
Does she shake my hand now with it still out? 'Cause if she goes to shake my hand, I'll kiss her hand. I'll actually go kneel downward quite a bit to kiss her hand.
Not yet. She picks up a goblet and she takes a sip from it, and then she asks if you drink.
Quite a bit.
She reaches out to shake your hand.
Yep, I'll kiss her hand.
She splashes the water in your face.
Wow.
I bet it was holy water.
In need of a bath. It has been a while.
Well, that was a waste of holy water. But you check out. You are not vampire spawn, but that's okay. Two of you I could have a little difficulty with. The one in the back with the blonde hair. He would be easy. I would probably kill him first if you try anything. And Ismark's like, what the fuck? Why would she kill me first? So, Rhaegar, what brings you to the Abbey of St. Markovia?
We thought it might be a safe place for a friend of ours.
A safe place in Barovia is very hard to find, and I doubt you'll find it here.
Really? Why is that? Is this not a fairly safe church? Abby?
How about we shut the door first?
All right. Ismark, shut the door.
Fun. Ismark, do this, do that. Ismark, do this. Whatever. I'll kill the blonde first. Whatever. And then he shuts the door.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have noticed yet, but this place is not right. I came here seeking answers, and I did find a few through my journals, but some things are lost. And this place, let's just say I don't want to spend more time than I need to here.
I thought you lived here.
No, I do not live anywhere. I have a reputation that I wish to uphold, and I am being stumped at every turn here in Barovia.
What are you trying to do?
Kill vampires. I am Esmeralda, the vampire hunter, and she takes a bow and a curtsy.
Esmeralda, the vampire hunter?
The one and only.
That's hot.
You do see that she has a pretty serious scar across the top of it. Goes from the top of her left eye straight down her face.
I'll tell her that me and my friends have killed quite a few vampires. In fact, we're trying to keep a friend of ours safe from some vampires that have been trying to get to her. We thought this place might be a safe haven. It seems like it's free of vampires. There's few odd things around here, but odd isn't necessarily dangerous.
But vampires are not always the worst monsters. This
Are
land
there-
is full of monsters.
Are there worse monsters here at the Abbey? Because that abbot was really tall.
Your definition of monsters is clouded. You assume too much. You believe that the worst monster is one that hides in a castle. When I believe, and I know for a fact, that the worst monster is the ones within arm's reach. The closer you get to one, the more dangerous it is. Do not speculate on how dangerous something is by how powerful it is, but rather how close it can get to your back.
Do you think we need to worry about that abbot fella?
I would not take my eyes off of him if he was near, if I was you.
If your goal is to slay vampires, you could join it with us and help us.
I could use some help. I would have to go back to my tower to get some more of my notes. But
You're the one who's at the tower?
I have been to the tower. Yes. The one that hangs on the cliff beside the lake.
Is that the same one we went to? The one
Yes.
next to the Bear Talk pool.
Yes.
Ah.
I
Yeah, we
stayed
were
there for...
actually at that
I
tower
sta-
just a little earlier.
Oh. Did you meet my friend? He's so nice.
Buster? Yes, we
Yes. I named him. He told me he did not have a name. I thought that was ridiculous. So I called him Buster and he loved it.
did. Yeah, that fits. That fits.
So, going back to Arrow, Chase, you finally arrive back down to the pool. You see Smoke just basking off to the side of the gazebo, and Irina sits in the gazebo on her hands and knees in front of the statue. What do you three do?
Oh, hello, friends.
Well, no time like the present, and
Yep.
I do.
Jace, you get at it.
Jace, the water is magical.
I'm about to find that out
No
for myself
scars.
as
No
I
scars.
do a swan dive into the water.
And smack his face because it's only chest deep.
Yeah, it's when you swan dive, You just straight up hit the bottom of the pond. Like, it is not deep at all. It is extremely shallow.
Do I like take damage that I immediately heal from?
No, but you
No.
feel ridiculous as when you stand up from 6 feet off of the bank, you stand up and the water's barely at your knees.
I just laugh.
Well, I meant to do that. I wade
What do you think I'm
deeper.
not swimming? I'm just sitting here.
I wade deeper into the water.
Hey, can you not get any of the music platforms to work?
No, none of them. I think it might not be an issue with the actual platform. It might be an issue with the server, because I tried Fredboat and it wouldn't work either.
Listen, it doesn't get any deeper than this.
What is he, Oh, I don't know what he's talking about, but okay.
Chest deep. This is about as far as it gets.
So, what are you doing? You just gonna stand there in the water and
I wade deeper until I get to a point where I can submerge the Amulet of Ravenkind, or the
Okay.
Holy Symbol of Ravenkind.
But you just lay down in the water. It'll submerge it.
That's what I plan on doing. I know how to get in water.
like 30 feet away shouting at each other? Okay, yeah. I mean, it's warm. It's real warm. It feels real nice.
Yeah, I
So,
start swimming back and forth because I like to swim.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it only goes up to about your chest, so it's
But I can still go
Yeah, you can-
horizontal enough to swim
Yeah.
across it.
you can almost kind of swim/walk. Yeah. You notice that
Arrow, join
the
us.
wounds on your chest, the scars, heal up.
From the bony magic missile.
Yep. But nothing else really happens.
What? Give me something, Amulet. Give me a
Pray
sign.
to the sun god thing that they have.
Okay. Dear Sun God, I come to you as a person who comes to you asking for you to do things of which I know not what your grace is capable of.
Roll me a
God, that was
D100.
A D100, okay.
Roll me a D100.
Disadvantage because that was horrible.
That's a 4.
So the rest of you hear this nonchalant bullshit that he spews from his mouth. And from what the rest of you see, is a small golden beam of light breaks through the thick fog and clouds that hang overhead and strikes down on Jace as he is sucked underwater.
Oh, well then.
Oh, hold on, Jace just got sucked underwater.
Yep.
Yeah,
looks
I'm
like
following.
looks like he just fell through the water.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to follow.
You do not find any trace of him in the pond.
Am I alive?
Well, Jace is dead, guys.
We'll get to you in a minute.
Okay.
Arrow, I think Jace just died.
I think otherworldly things are happening that cannot be in your comprehension. Hey,
And not in your comprehension. He went underwater and not coming back up. He's not found. He's dead.
This session has just been a giant roast fest.
Hey, no. Hey, Tony, who does that remind you of? Tony, who does that remind you of?
I
Hey,
don't know.
Tony, who does that remind you of?
I don't know.
I'm
maybe
guessing. I'm guessing my horrible prayer just pissed him off. That's what I'm guessing.
Doesn't sound like Blasius or anything like that.
So, Jace, you find yourself falling, and then you slowly descend. And when you land on a white, like, your vision goes black for a minute. And then you open your eyes, and you see the figure again. You look down, and you're on this white marbled tile below you. You look up, and you see the same womanly figure in heavy clad armored suit with a bright yellow and white light behind her, just shining over her and her hair blowing forward into the wind. And she looks down at you and she says, "Do you devote yourself to the Morning Lord? Do you
Sure.
devote all that you are and will be to the Morning Lord, to purify and purge these lands of evil?"
Well, that I can devote myself to. However, my mother, she's rather partial to Elistraye. I'm. This would not put me at disfavor with her dancing lady, would it?
Your gods are not here. They see nothing here. They cannot touch you here.
Well, then, sure. Why not?
Are you doing this for convenience or because it's what your heart desires?
I say to her,
You cannot lie here.
I get it. So I say to her, I do this because I desire to see my brother again, and I desire to help the people of these lands.
You will die if you choose this path. You know this, don't you?
Is that certain?
That is for fate to decide. But everything that you face will be another instance where you have a high chance of dying. Are you sure this is what you wish to do?
I am okay with the fact that I may face danger, as long as my fate at least still remains under some of my own influence.
Of course. The Morning Lord would never force you to do anything you do not want to. He simply wants you to live your purest life and help those who need and purge evil from these lands.
Then yes, I am sure.
She outreaches her hand.
I take it.
The rest of you, up on top, searching for Jason the water, see a roiling bubble, like a geyser, shoots out from the center of the pond. And when it falls, a unconscious Jace is laying on top of the water.
I just want to note I was not looking for him.
E,
Thanks.
Did you go into the water with any clothes on?
Yeah, I did.
Jace.
Oh.
What were you wearing? Your normal traveling gear?
Just a brown robe and a tunic.
So the clothes that Jace is now wearing is a purple opalescence robe. Like it's very with this yellow and gold trimming and a pattern of a sun in the very center of his chest.
I'm still unconscious.
No, you awake.
Oh.
I was supposed to say, if you don't, I slapped the shit out of him. No, I'm just kidding.
I just say, there was a woman, and she asked me if she was testing my purity of heart. She asked me if I truly wished to help the people of these lands, and informed me that I could not lie. And when I said that I was, well, here I am. And why did my clothes change? Where's my robe? I brought that from home. That was my favorite robe.
Well, seems like it's long gone now, bud. So, yeah. Oh, well.
So I want to know why Jason Regar got all the cool shit, while me and Arrow just kind of like, fuck.
We also hasn't probably gone anywhere for us to have the cool shit.
Did he get?
I'm just saying, like, me and you are just like, freaking, we ain't got no cool freaking magical. I mean, hell, Regar has 2 different freaking magical freaking super weapons, and me and
He's
you are
only-
just like,
Yeah, but I mean, neither one of y'all could use the weapon that he has. Neither one of y'all can use a two-handed maul.
I thought Plume had
And
a
neither
cloak
one of
or
you
something
guys
like
can.
Yeah, Plume has a cloak of protection.
Ah, yeah. Arrow has
Yep.
the amulet, or no, Jace has the amulet.
Yeah, I don't
Gavin,
got
check
shit.
your DMs.
Okay. Wait, really?
Imagine it said. Imagine it say you
Don't
That-
fuck
don't tell
cock.
them. Don't tell them anything. Just whatever one that you want. You just
You
let me
nod
know
your
and send me a message later.
Okay.
Just tell me what you pick out of what I sent you. Tell me what you pick, and you send me a message about it later.
Okay.
So, going back to Rhaegar,
Mm-hmm.
Esmeralda's asking you, like, do you tell her like where y'all are staying and stuff? Because she's packing up. She's not staying here anymore.
Yes, yes, I'll tell her where we were staying at. Down the hill, not like back in the other town.
Rhaegar, you do have her notes.
So let's go ahead and get out of here. Let's go back to town. I will explain more later. I wish to meet your other companions.
Rhaegar would know that we have all her notes.
No, they're not her notes. All the notes that y'all got from the tower were addressed by Rudolph Van Richten.
Oh.
You've only heard her name twice now, and you heard one from Buster and one from another place. From Madame Ava. But yeah, she's asking to leave. She wants to go meet your other friends.
I'm okay. I need to actually role play this instead of telling you what I'm going to do. Esmeralda, why don't you meet us down where we're staying? Our friend should be back there soon. I wanted to finish this tour up because I wanted to check out a few things here, but I'll meet up with you in a few minutes. I should only be a few minutes behind you. Is that all right?
Yes, I will meet you. I will meet you on the road before we get into town. I have a wagon over in the courtyard. I will start taking it down the hill. It'll take me some time to get it down, but I'll start taking it down the hill.
All right. We'll meet you there then.
All right, so she leaves off.
All right, then I will start looking for the abbot to continue the tour. Or wait, can I just explore around for a little bit?
Yeah, y'all, like, you can literally go wherever you want, but before y'all start exploring, I gotta use the bathroom and grab another beer, skis. So we're gonna take 5 real quick, if that's cool with you guys.
All right, taking pee break.
All right. Mason, are you still here?
He fell asleep.
Oh, he fell asleep. Oh, okay. He's probably dead. Yep,
Was he
that's probably
supposed to be
what it is.
playing?
No, he was just
No,
observing.
I'm still here. I just muted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a little intermission real quick. Yep. All right, I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I don't think the only reason I haven't got anything nifty or cool is because we haven't gone to the place where I need to go. I would
So
like
Mason,
to.
have you ever played like World of Warcraft or any other like big fantasy game?
Yeah, I have about 1 hour in World of Warcraft.
Okay. Well, have you played like what kind of fantasy games have you played? I'm trying to give you a comparison to something here.
No, it's fine. I understand the concept. I'm just looking for people to play, and I wanted to see the dynamic in person.
Okay. So, to avoid confusion, because I've mentioned, like, with my character, Jace, like, that I can resurrect people, but I've also said that, like, I practice the arcane. Like, my character is what's called a Divine Soul Sorcerer. So if you can picture, like, a mix of, like, the fantasy archetypes, if you took, like a priest and a mage and mixed the two together, that's kind of how that class, or how this class plays.
So that could pretty much just be boiled down into you are a fucking cleric.
Not really. It would be like if you mixed a cleric and a mage together.
Okay.
It's a sorcerer, so I get all the sorcerer stuff, but I get access to cleric spells too.
Oh,
Alright.
I like my class. I'm able to choose who I target with my spells. Oh, conjuration wizards are awesome.
Your evocation.
Oh, evocation. That's right, not conjuration. My bad.
Hey, can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, we
Hi.
can.
Hi. If you also want to see how else, like, if you want to look at another group of people play, I don't know if you use Twitch or not, but if you look up Surger and Wolf, same name as mine, on Sunday I run a D&D game on Sundays at 8 o'clock.
I thought that was Friday. Did y'all change it?
No, 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, if you watch on Sunday, there's a crew that runs on Sunday nights, and I live Twitch stream it, and they're a crazy crew, and you'll be able to see how a different party does D&D as well.
Yeah, well, I've also listened to pretty much just D&D campaigns in podcast form.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun. It's more fun to watch them, and you can actually see everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also part of why I wanted to do this, so I can see what I guess table system you guys have.
So, what you're watching with this game is I would say, like, you can roughly break down how people play D&D into like two major ways. You've either got like where you use official content and you run a module and the game runs how it runs, kind of like a pick your own adventure kind of thing. That's what this is. But then there's also a lot of people that run like their own like home systems where it takes place in like a different setting. And I've noticed that those two different ways of playing D&D feel very differently from each other. And the latter is actually my preferred. I mean, like, I'll play modules. Obviously, I'm here right now, but
Yeah, my game on Sunday, you'll see it's all homebrew.
Yeah, homebrew I feel would be just more fun because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, as a player, you don't know what's going to happen. The DM, if you haven't read the
The
module,
fuck?
then you don't know what's going to happen.
Well, here's the
Well,
thing.
the DM can't. The
The
DM
DM
can't
never
know
knows what's going to happen.
Well, the DM only knows what's happening in the module. He
I
doesn't
know
what his
exactly what's going to
character-
happen.
Exactly. He doesn't know what the players are going to do with that
Yeah.
information, but he knows what's happening in the module.
Y'all have thrown me for a couple loops.
Did we really? Like what?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you because it's affected other parts of the world.
you guys definitely didn't throw me for a loop last session in my game.
Oh, not at all, huh?
No.
but Raven dying threw you for a loop.
Yeah. Rarely does the DM not expect someone to die. Rarely does it happen, and the DM was like, "Oh yeah, I
don't
never
know,
saw that
kind of
coming."
expected. I kind of expected every time we get on here. One of y'all's going to push the other off a cliff or some shit.
Yeah.
Probably going to be Regar pushing Smoke off a cliff.
Probably.
I would not do that.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
He's light.
Regar
I
would.
throw him.
yeah,
Oh.
you would need to throw him because he has a climbing speed after all. So you'd want to make sure he wouldn't be anywhere close to
Yeah,
the
he
cliff
wouldn't be able to
face.
get contact with the wall at all.
Yeah.
Or just tie him up.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure if all of you tackle him, you could probably get him
I
down.
mean, or you could use hold person.
Oh, that's what I did. That's what I did with Brandon.
That was funny.
Do you
Yeah.
really kill your fellow campaigners or whatever?
Yeah.
So,
Mhm. Sure did.
not to take away from Tony's game too much, I'll make it like a 30-second story. Brandon in the last campaign was a bit of a tinkerer. He made a set of mechanical wings. So I told him that if he wanted to be able to actually just be able to fly freely, it would take a lot of practice. So he decided he was going to start practicing by just like jumping off of a tower, and he had a parachute as backup if he needed it, so he wouldn't like crash into the ground if the wings didn't work. Tony's character decides that he's going to cast hold person on him as soon as he jumps, so he's not able to deploy the parachute, and he fails a saving throw. So he falls 80 feet and almost dies.
That sounds
Twice.
like something Tommy would do.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Oh yeah. That sounds like something. Yeah, exactly. That's something you do. Anyways, back
Why
to the
would you
game.
cast hold person on your own teammate?
Because it was funny. It was hilarious.
Dude? And honestly,
I was-
that's
okay.
not far from what his character
Let
would
me-
do.
I was neutral evil, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, let's get back into Curse of Strahd. So, we're going back to Jace, Arrow, Smoke, and Irina. You're all at the pool.
Yay.
So
Arrow, can you do me a favor? Can
yes, what do
you
you
cast an identification spell on this robe that I'm wearing?
It'll take me a minute, but I can is it a ritual cast?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ritual cast. I'll ritual cast it for you.
Thank you.
So, Smoke, you have the highest passive,
Yes.
passives and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
You
Passive
see,
perception?
Irina stands up, and she has like this glaze over her eyes, and you've seen it a couple times before when she's been around Strahd. And she slowly starts walking towards the pond with that one hand outstretched, like she's reaching to touch something.
Yep, I'm gonna step right in front of her and hold her.
Mm-hmm.
She stops and kind of like walks into you, trying to walk through you.
Yeah, I
And
don't
you hear a different voice come from her mouth, and she says, my Sergey, I will be with you again soon.
Hell, you will.
Wait, does Rhaegar know about Sergey? Should we tell him?
Who the
And
fuck
she
is
doesn't
Sergey?
she
No,
doesn't
I've
fight you.
forgotten about Irina.
She's just trying to reach past you. Are you gonna like try and grapple her or hold her back?
No, I'm not gonna be like forceful. I'm just trying to make sure she doesn't get into the water.
Yeah, she's definitely trying to walk out there.
The next time Rhaegar sees Irina, he's gonna be like, I think we should see other people.
And when
How much does she weigh?
I don't know, $120.
Yeah, I pick her up and throw her over my
Soft
shoulder.
and wet.
So when you pick her up and throw her over your shoulder and you look back to the pond, you see a guy. He kind of looks like Strahd, but he doesn't. Like, he's got a lot softer facial features. He's got this long blonde hair, and with
Strahd before he became a
blue
vampire.
eyes. No, you've seen pictures of Strahd before he became a vampire.
Hmm.
And
That's
he looks.
Strahd's brother.
It's like before Strahd became a vampire, he had a darker skin. This guy, he looks very young, and he's in like this golden plate armor. You see like a visage of him in the water, and he's reaching out, and you almost hear the words spoken by Tatiana. And then a ripple in the water from Jace washes the visage away.
Hey, don't
Yep,
put
I'm
this
just
on me.
I'm picking her up and I'm just taking her back towards town.
Once you get about 30 feet away from the shore, she kind of jumps out of her daze and she goes, "Ah, what is going on? What are we doing? Why are you holding me, Smoke?"
Yeah, Smoke. No means no.
You just kind of were tranced and
Who is Tatiana? I interrupt and say.
You did not hear it.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Okay.
you were kind of tranced and you were talking to somebody. It sounded like it was a past lover of yours. Do you know a Tatiana?
No.
Strange. But you were tranced and you were trying to go like into the water.
That's very odd. Last thing I remember, I was praying. I had my eyes closed. I was asking the Morning Lord to help me in my endeavors, and then I opened my eyes and you were carrying me.
You were trying to get into the water.
Tony, did you say my robes had some kind of symbol on it?
Yes.
Okay. Continue with what you were saying, Smoke. I got something after
It is
that.
It is basically the Morning Lord shares almost the same exact symbol as Pelor.
Ah,
I'm
and
pretty
I would
much
know
gonna-
who Pelor is, being from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm pretty much going to set her down.
Actually, I think it would be more like Lathander, the Morning Lord and Lathander.
Okay. Wait, what about a Monitor? Would it look like? Because I would also know the a Monitor is the symbol or is the god of the Sun Elves who are from Toril.
Well, so in Forgotten Realms, a Monitor and Lathander are kind of, well, like, what is it? Pelor? I think it's Pelor. And
Pelor is Dragonlance, but yes, there is a connection between Pelor and a Monitor as well.
yeah, okay, so Lathander and a Monitor are kind of like, some people believe that Lathander was a reincarnation of a Monitor, and when he ascended, he just took his old position back. A lot of people think they're interchangeable between the two.
Okay. Just the elves call him a Monitor, and humans probably call him Lathander.
It depends, because if you go up into the north, they call him a Monitor, like up where Rhaegar's from. He's probably never heard of Lathander, but he's probably heard of the god Monitor.
Okay.
So it's just different.
So
But
yeah, I'm just
you
gonna.
being
I'm
well
pretty much sitting
traveled,
her down.
you being well traveled, to you, it's like two names, same person.
Okay.
And I'm also cleaning up Karen's messes.
Yeah, she just starts walking back towards the hut. She's like, I do not feel well, Smoker. My head is pounding. I think I need to rest.
Well, let's go take you to rest, shall we?
You know, I
Yeah,
hear
she just-
doctor's orders is a drink of something strong is a mighty fine remedy.
Qualified. Fuck off, you're not actually the you're making up. Thank you.
Wait. When did you Arrow? Jess, when did y'all get here? I thought y'all were going to the Abbey. What happened with that?
Well, we could not enter, apparently.
What?
Yes, so the abbot would not permit us entry. It seems as though something am I in possession of is cursed.
Or they're referring to ourselves. And
I
they're being
don't-
racist
I
bastards.
I didn't catch that sort of rhetoric. I don't believe that was their intention. But, however, and I pull out the amulet, this is a holy object. How can, Irina, to my knowledge, something cannot both be holy and cursed simultaneously. Correct? I mean, I don't believe that's possible.
He shrugs. Well, did you try and show the abbot different items in your possession to ask him if it was
He
cursed or
would
not?
not clarify. He said if we did not know what the object was that we had that was cursed, then we were not worthy to enter in the first place.
Is there like a detect curse
Huh.
stuff?
And there's a
No.
detect magic.
Yeah.
No.
No.
However, I have also discovered that this amulet I am quite incapable of removing as I tug it against my neck, trying to take it off.
Well, that's unfortunate. So, y'all are all going back to Dimitri's house?
After I've done identifying the thing, sure.
The
robes?
robe that I'm wearing, yeah.
Yeah, they're just simple robes, not magical at all.
Oh.
I thought you wanted me to identify the amulet.
No, I already know what the amulet is. It's the robes.
Okay, yeah, so I don't even have to do the ritual task, so. I just Arcana check, I know they're not fucking magical. They're not enchanted. Fucking damn, jeez, waste my fucking time as I'm walking off.
Wouldn't that be like something that Tony would have to tell you whether you make an Arcana check for that or not?
You cannot make an Arcana check to see if something is magical.
That's right, I can't. But if I try to identify it, there's nothing to identify. Then technically, that means they're not magical?
Well, then that would probably tell you, right? Like,
yeah. So.
So why did my clothes change when I? So Irina,
no, maybe it's just the gods.
You were a bit preoccupied as I was telling this story. I was sucked under the surface of the water, and a woman with a very soft voice asked me if I truly wished to help the people of this kingdom, informed me that I could not lie, and when I answered truthfully and said yes, I reappeared conscious wearing these robes.
That kind of sounds like the Lady Saint Markovia herself, by your description.
Interesting. Markovia is a woman.
Yes.
curious. Well, thank you for your insight.
All right. So we're going back to Rhaegar. We've given enough time at the pools. Going back to Rhaegar. Okay, let me put you guys on the battle tracker.
Oh.
Battle. Gavin, please cue the Final Fantasy battle music.
I can't cue anything right now, man.
Oh my gosh, you're fired.
Remember the voice things, the music things aren't working.
Oh. How do I change my underline color? Like, the underline is like white, but I want to change it to black. Let's pick, we'll pick this color for the grid. What did I do, 0.5? Nope, not that. 10. Nope. Nope, that's way too big.
Looks like there's already a grid on there, though.
Yeah. I think I need to go to 25. Nope.
Sounds like something I've done.
I think that's about it. I think 50 is about right.
This map is way too big. I don't know where I'm
Nope,
going.
that's
Where
not even
are you,
close.
little corner? Oh, you're dead.
Whatever. It doesn't even matter. Nobody even cares. We'll put Rhaegar over here, and who else is with Rhaegar? Nobody else is in with Rhaegar, right? Other than Ivan and Ismark?
Yeah, Ivan and Ismark.
We were just talking in a library. Why am I in a
Oh,
fight?
that seems very.
You're not in a fight. I was joking.
Like we've done this
Oh.
before.
All right, but you said you wanted to explore.
Yes.
All right, so Ez has left. Where are thy exploring to?
S20 into S21.
S21.
Mm-hmm.
So, this spacious chamber contains bed frames of wrought iron arranged in 2 neat rows. Cobwebs and bits of rotten mattresses cling to each frame. The cold air brushes through you, through your clothes. Even your natural resistance to the cold is not welcomed here. The icy winds cut through your very skin. Every exhale you release small clouds, fog. As you enter into the room, the door slowly shuts behind you. As almost in watching a vision in front of your own eyes, you see several ghosts of nuns and priests catering and walking between the beds, tending to wounded people in front of you. Some with amputated ligaments, bleeding out from scratches and other torn and other lacerations. Sorry. Got corn in my throat. Anyways, yeah. You even see a group of soldiers arguing amongst themselves. The faded whispers are unintelligible. And as fast as you see these images, they slowly fade. The temperature of the room remains. And the beds are all empty and rotting.
All right.
Ivan speaks up,
Uh-huh.
and he says, Rhaegar, you just... No.
Did you see it too?
Nope.
He said he didn't see it.
Nope, I do not. I refuse. There's no such thing as ghosts.
Right, okay. I'm going to take a peek in S22 right here. Open this door up. What's behind door number 1?
A blood-stained table sits in the very center of this room. A body lies among it, with its chest cavity open wide, with different operating tools and equipment all around you see the entrails are pulled out and set off to the side. In a nice, neat, and orderly fashion, organs removed and set onto various trays. You see the face of Arrow laying on the table, dissected from head to toe.
I see the face of Arrow.
Yep, you see Arrow laying on the operating table, dissected.
Okay. Does it look like his body as well?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Ivan and say, yeah, Arrow's not here, right? Do you see this? Am I the only one seeing this? Tell me you see this.
Ivan looks around your shoulder, back into the room, and he says, "See what? Only thing I see is a table." And when you turn around, it is just a bloodied table and floors.
Okay.
The room now stands empty.
One more try. Door number 2.
A almost familiar scene to Rhaegar. This room is full of different cribs, and over in the corner of one of the cribs, turned away from you, you see a rocking chair with an older woman slowly rocking and humming a song, dressed in a nun's outfit in white robes. She turns back to look at you and smile. Then she continues to go back to rocking the small baby.
Good day, ma'am. And I'm gonna step out. I can't help it. I have to go at door number 3. I have to see what's behind it.
It's gonna be me.
You open the door, and the first thing that catches your eye is a raven perches on the windowsill of this otherwise emptied room. There's various piles of clothes and sticks and all kinds of little trinkets laid about the room as this raven caws at you several times.
Oh. I'm going to say hi to him and say, "Are you with the Mardikovs?" And then I'm going to use one of the few spells that I have, which is, where is it?
Speak
Action.
with animals?
Yes. I believe that's it. That should be under my abilities, right? Spirit Walker. Wait, no, that's...
You should ritual. I think you have to ritual cast that.
Yes, I will ritual cast that spell.
You guys spend 10 minutes there.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time you're casting this spell, the raven flies at you and starts to peck at you. And when the spell finishes, you hear the raven constantly screaming over and over again, "Mine! Mine! Mine! My treasure!
Mine,
Get out!
mine,
Mine!
mine,
Mine!"
mine.
And just pecking at you.
Yours?
Treasure! Mine!
What
Mine!
treasure?
He flies around the room, does one lap around the room, and nose dives towards your chest. Just pecks you real hard in the chest.
Okay, I'm gonna leave.
What?
You
Open
just
up
kill the
chest.
bird.
Wait, is there a chest in there?
Yeah, he said he was on the chest.
No, there's no chest. There's just piles of scraps of clothes and sticks and little trinkets.
Hold on, can I do investigation check to see if any of these trinkets look valuable?
Yeah, but the raven is getting a little bit more agitated.
Just kill the bird.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check to check the loot here, see if there's anything valuable.
Okay.
Damn! Hell yeah!
So the most expensive looking item is a small silver ring that you think could go for about 50 gold.
I'll grab it. And then as I walk out, I'll say, "That was for pecking me, you little shit." And I'm gonna leave with the ring.
He follows you through the hallway. He is not letting up. He's gonna keep pecking at you.
All right, he's getting a
And then
spear. He's getting
You'll hear it. The raven says, "If you take my stuff, I'll curse you. Cursed, cursed." And he continues to peck. "Give it back. Give back my treasure. Give it back."
I attack him with the spear.
Okay.
Kevin, we can't be laughing. This is very serious right now.
AC of 12.
AC of 12. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
He is in a fierce fight right now. Jeez, Kevin, why are you laughing?
the blood spear
So-
of Kevin.
His
So,
hunger will be satiated.
so when you stab the bird,
Oh,
it lets out like you impale this bird straight through the center of your spear, and it lets out one final breath, and it says, "Cursed." As you see this inky black smoke protrude from its beak, and blows right into your face.
Ah, shit.
Do I get to make a Constitution saving throw or anything?
Nope.
Hmm.
I have to put a new sticky note on my monitor.
my gosh.
All right, so where to now?
Let's see. I'm going to head over to S17.
Hold on. So I have to fill out the sticky note real quick. If y'all want to conversate with each other at all, just give me a minute.
Yeah. So, by the way, Harold, I've been super distracted because Hogwarts Legacy is a thing. So I will read your backstory tonight and let you know what I think about it.
All right.
He has not been doing his D&D diligence.
Uh,
So you-
What a
you have,
shame.
you have Hogwarts?
yes.
I was wanting to ask somebody about it because I heard it's really, really buggy. Like I don't know
No.
if it was PC or console.
I've
that
never
was
heard
having-
that.
Yeah, it was probably just like negative BS of them trying to sabotage the game. But I was wondering if it was actually buggy because I remember
Oh
playing
my-
Cyberpunk in the beginning and it was buggy as hell, and I
So
hated it.
I will say this, that on PC at least, there is some latency issues with the game, but it's not downright buggy. And there's also a mod you can install that fixes the latency issues. It's like an unofficial
On
patch.
console, there's none of that.
There's none of that, no. I mean, but it's also only out right now for Xbox Series, PS5, and PC. So
Okay.
I don't know if you have a Series
I
right now.
am. He's got a gaming PC that he's on right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I also have an
All right.
Xbox Series X too.
Okay.
Anyways,
Yeah. Anyways, I'm good. I just had to write a quick note to myself from now until forever.
one last thing so I don't forget to say it. I'd get it on PC for mods. And that's it.
All right. So where are you going? S17?
Yes.
That door is locked.
Ah.
But as you approach the door, you hear the soft melody that is just enchanting. It sounds like a beautiful violin is being played on the other side of the door, but the door is locked. This leads up to the belfry.
Hmm.
So this is the bell tower.
Okay, there's an enchanting voice on the other side of it.
Violin. The sound of a violin is being played on the other side of the door.
Okay, can I knock? I'll knock.
When you knock, the violin stops, and then you hear no noise.
All right, I'll head back down and look for the abbot.
When you head and get to the bottom, okay, do you still have the other map up?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you reach the bottom of the staircase and make that turn, you were met face to face with the abbot, and he says, "Hello. Have you finished your tour in speaking with Esmeralda?"
I did get to speak to Esmeralda. Was there anything else around here that I should see before I go?
Oh,
Any
I would love to show
any
you
holy
to my
artifact?
prized new creation. Please come with me.
Sure. Oh, before we do, I might need your help. You're able to heal, aren't you?
I am. Yes. What type
This
of
weird,
aid do you need?
this weird raven attacked me and I think cursed me. Can you
that
cure
is
curses?
unfortunate. Give me an opinion on my creation, and I will do such task for you.
Certainly.
He turns and starts walking in the opposite direction, heading down the hall, or not up the hall, but he heads back towards the courtyard. And you see those two figures standing by the well. He walks right past them, and he walks into S13 on the map.
S13. Okay.
It's in the
okay,
bottom
yeah.
left. So this is the main hall.
Uh-huh.
A gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played by a single stringed instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with an arched, leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire and a hearth, while above the fireplace a mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of a sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper levels in another, while in another corner a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surrounds a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and a golden candelabra are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and tattered wedding dress, standing by the hearth. Her auburn hair is neatly bound as to not touch her soft shoulders as she stares into the fire, away from you. The abbot, as he enters into the room, he says, "Ah, yes." He's like, "Please, tell me what you think of my Vasilka. Vasilka, please, come here." And you see this woman in this wedding dress turn with you see a veil over her face and walks over to you, and she takes a small bow. You can see on her neck and parts of her shoulder, you see a lot of stitching on her body. As the abbot lifts up the veil, and you see the most gorgeous, bluest eyes you've ever seen in your life, surrounded by red muscle and tissue, and parts of the cheekbone protruding. As you instantly notice, she has no face. And you see small stitch marks around her neck and across her forehead. This will be the new bride for Count Strahd von Zarovich. It will end the curse on the lands. What is your opinion?
You made this her?
Yes. Yes.
Quite
Unfortunately,
impressive. Quite
that-
impressive.
Thank
Yes.
you very much. Unfortunately, I have not found a suitable host for a face. When I spoke to Esmeralda, I thought of her as being a face, using her face, but it is disheartening to know that it is scarred, and I am unable to remove such. I need a woman of fair skin and a pure face. If you so happen to see one, please bring her by, and I will politely ask to borrow hers.
To borrow it?
Well, to have.
So if I meet somebody who's willing to give you their face.
Well, yes, you don't technically need it. You can still breathe and eat and drink. You don't need a face.
I'll keep my eyes peeled and keep my ear to the ground for that.
That wording,
Why would you Why would you have an ear to the ground?
It's an expression. It means I'm gonna listen for anyone that might be willing to give their face up.
How will you listen to the ground if someone is talking to you?
It's just an expression. It's not literal.
Query.
You have a question?
No,
No? Okay. Well,
that is a redundant statement. Anyways, as you asked, you have given your opinion, and I am gratefully appreciated. And he pokes your chest.
pokes my chest.
Yep, he pokes you in the chest. Your curse has been lifted. Have a good day.
Wait, just like that?
Yes?
Did he do? I would like to use my perception. I'm not fluent in magic, but like to use my perception. Did he use any verbal or somatic components? Like, did I see him
Mm,
do anything like I've seen the other wizard and sorcerer do when they cast a spell?
No,
No,
Or
he
you
did
could
not.
do.
he did not.
You could also do a.
And healed me.
What's that?
He just touched me and healed me.
He said he did.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Abbott. If there's nothing else, I think we'll be going.
Oh, wait. One more.
Mm-hmm.
Please wait 1 moment, please. And he takes off walking back towards the north.
Okay. I'll
He-
follow.
He goes back towards the north, and when he goes through the door, and he stands in the middle of the hallway facing S15, and he shouts out, "Please bring the boy." And he waits and stares down the hallway. So this, as far as you noted, he hasn't blinked at all, and he just stares. You hear a loud guttural moan, and some stomping that quakes the ground as you see this large flesh golem with bits of skin falling off and sewn together, holding gently in its arms an unconscious boy in a white nightgown. And he hands the boy to the abbot. The abbot turns to you and he says, "Please, take the boy back to his father. He lives in the village."
This boy lives in
Yes.
the village. Who do I take him back to?
You take him back to the Baron.
The Baron. Oh, okay.
Yes, he was sick, and the Baron brought him to be healed. He is all better. Here you go. And he hands you a letter that is addressed to the Baron.
Wow.
And it has a wax seal on the back side with the same sun symbol that you saw in the other room.
How gracious of you to heal him.
Yes. It is by the will of my God to do such acts.
If we ever need to get healed, could we come back here?
Yes, most certainly.
Coming
I-
back there.
I will always be here to heal those who need and help those who need. It is the will of my God to help.
Good to know.
The whole reason why I was sent here in the first place, to purify the land and heal those in trouble.
How long have you been here?
Query.
Is that like saying I don't want to answer, I guess?
No. I do
Okay.
not know.
You don't know how long you've been here?
No. Time is irrelevant.
Ah. Are you immortal?
No.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna
Goodbye.
I'm gonna reach out my hand to shake his hand and say thanks for giving us the tour and showing us around.
He looks down at your hands
Mm-hmm.
and then looks back at you. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I'm gonna take the kid back down.
It was a pleasure. And then he shuts the doors behind y'all.
It was certainly interesting. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. I guess we head down the hill to meet up with Esmeralda, my new love, by the way.
Ismark, as the door shut behind y'all, Ismark goes, "We need to go back to the town. I need to change my underwear. That was fucked up."
Yeah.
So,
that was-
roughly a little bit outside the gate, you actually see a very familiar sight. Kind of. Do you remember the description of Rictavio's wagon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
You see
it's
one. What's that?
yeah, it's a beautiful, like ornate looking freaking wagon.
So you see one that's similar in. Oh man. Let me see. Do I have a picture of it?
You did, but when you were showing us Rictavia's wagon, you did.
But it's not
Yes.
the same wagon, it's just similar.
Yes.
How much
So
you wanna
it's like
bet
this.
it's the
It
exact
looks.
same?
It looks almost the same. It does not have the Rictavio sign on the side of it. The one that says Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders, and it doesn't have chains on the back of it. But it looks almost the exact same.
Maybe they both came from the Vistani camp.
They do look very
Carnival.
similar to Vistani wagons.
Yep.
Like, very similar.
Called it.
And you see Esmeralda sitting on the front of it with no manes attached to it. And she just has her legs up and a bottle in her hand. And she says, "So, did you find what you were looking for?" And I would assume by the child you did. Is that why your true reason for being here was to find him?
It was not. But
Hmm.
apparently he was healed, so I'm just delivering him back to our friends.
I see. Was very nice of you.
Here to serve.
You know,
Yes? I'm gonna reach for her drink, by the way, like, kind of like, hand me
She-
some of the drink.
she pulls it away. No.
You don't have enough to share?
No. I do not. I have enough to share with myself.
Okay.
You can get your
I'm
own.
pretty sure I have some in my pack. I'm gonna pull out some meat and start drinking it. I had some meat.
Have you ever done a Toroka reading?
Yes. Actually,
Oh?
yeah.
With whom?
I think the only person that does them, Madam Ava.
Oh, well, that's convenient
How so?
because that's my aunt.
Really? She didn't even mention a niece. Yellow one so beautiful.
She pulls out a deck of Toroka cards. Maybe tonight I give you another one? No? We'll see if fortune is in your favor. And if fate is in your hands. And she gives you a wink. Do y'all climb on aboard her wagon?
Certainly.
Yes.
Hey,
You're not there, Smoke.
Oh.
You're back down at the hill with Irina.
Maybe.
But yeah, all right. So she takes the reins and gives them one whip, and she utters an arcane phrase, and there's these two spectral horses come to life, and the wagon takes off soaring down the hill. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw,
Well,
as she did not prepare y'all for this.
there's only one that goes on this side, that goes on this side.
No, it's not.
See if you fall off.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh, it's just you.
What do you mean?
You're the only one with her
You're the
other
only
than
one.
Ismark.
What about
Okay.
Ivan and Ismark?
Ismark got the DC. Ivan got a natural 19. You are trying to flirt with her so hard. When she whips these reins, you and your bottle both like fall off the wagon and start rolling down the side of this mountain. I need you to take hold on. I need you to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you fly off of this wagon and start going down the mountain.
For that roll, that's yeah, that makes sense. You want me to put the damage on it?
Yeah, she stops the wagon and she is just her and Ivan are howling with laughter, waiting for you to come back. Oh, your bottle's busted, by the way. The bottle you were drinking out of, the mead, that's gone.
I'm gonna very casually slide back onto the wagon and say, "You owe me a bottle of mead, darling."
No, I do not. That was in your hands. You dropped it. Party foul. And she whips the reins again.
Party foul.
Oh, I like her more and more.
Yep. So eventually y'all do get back down to the bottom of the hill. And you actually arrive at the Baron's house.
He's definitely telling Irina that we should see other people next time he sees her.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, y'all get back to the bottom of the hill. Who is holding the kid?
I'll carry the kid in.
Okay. When you open the door, you see Jace in a brand new outfit. Looks a lot like the abbot now, just darker skin. Almost same style clothing, a lot shorter. Smoke is there. Irina looks distraught, sitting at the table. Dimitri and Anna are there, as well as Arrow. And upon sight, Anna drops the pot with stew in her hands, and she stares at you with her mouth agape, and Dimitri jumps up from the table, and he says, "Oh, what are you doing with my kid?" And he comes running over.
I was told to bring him back to you by the abbot.
He takes him in his arms, and he's like, "He's warm. He's warm." And he runs over to his wife, and they both fall to the ground crying.
So he was dead, huh?
Dimitri stands, and he turns to you. He says, "Yes, his fever would not give way, and he passed in his sleep 4 nights ago. Or 7 nights ago. I took him up to the abbot, and the abbot said he could bring him back. And look at him. He's breathing. He's warm."
Yeah. He did what he said he would. Here's a letter from him as well.
I don't want to cast shade on your celebrations, but perhaps we should wait until he wakes up to make sure, to be certain that he is okay.
I'm going to shout in the kid's face like a barbarian, basically. Very loud, aggressive battle roar, yelling, "Wake up."
The kid doesn't necessarily wake up. But
Let's splash some water on his face.
The mother is distraught, and she takes her kid to one of the bedrooms and slams the door.
Huh.
She did not appreciate
My
that.
mother woke me up when I was a kid.
Dimitri kind of laughs, and he's like, "I feel the same."
Right?
He's like, "Please, just allow us this moment. We had this. He was our last kid. We're too old to have any more. He is my only heir. This is a glorious moment." And
should we have a drink?
Later, we'll celebrate later. And he takes off into the bedroom as well. He did not grab the letter from you.
I'm going to open the letter and read it.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Hell yeah, we want to do that.
I'm going to hand the letter to Plume and say, "You should open this and read it."
Fuck that. I'll open it and read it. I don't give a fuck. No, I don't care about people's privacy.
Getting cursed again.
Take the curse. Fuck it. What does it say?
It says, Baron Kreskov. I would like to thank you for your help and the people of Kresk have given me already. The task you have asked to me is remedial. As such, I require nothing from you currently, although I may call upon your help once more in the future. But know this, we do not have debts to each other, or any other nonsense you may believe you might owe. Everything I do because my God wills it. Signed, the Abbot.
Is there a candle close by me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of
Like,
heat up
if
the
he
bottom.
tries to burn it, I'm gonna try to snatch it away.
No, stop! Shut up and let me finish.
I know you want to see if there's any invisible ink. Right?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Okay, and then I want to take the wax seal, right?
Okay.
Because I carefully opened it to where it just popped, so the seal's still intact, and I'm gonna heat up the wax and then close it back together. And
Make
put it on the
me
table.
a dexterity check.
Okay.
Because you are not proficient with what is it? Gavin, what's that one? Forgery?
Yes, forgery
Yeah.
kits.
You're not
Specifically.
proficient with forgery kits. So this is just a straight dexterity check.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, I had to take
17.
Yeah, that's simple enough.
Cool.
You all have noticed Smoke seems to be very adept at mail fraud.
I think he's good at stuff like that in general.
All
All
right.
right.
Listen, we never
Okay.
opened the letter. Understand? I told them what it says.
Now that
Right,
we're
I was like-
reunited, what?
I tell y'all what it says, but I'm like, we did not read that letter. We have no clue.
What letter?
Alright, that's my boy.
Now that we're reunited, I want to talk to Plume and Arrow and ask them, "Hey guys, can a mortal cast us any sort of healing spells without verbal components or make the gestures with my hands as in somatic components?"
Not typically, no. Usually a spell will require one or the other, either a verbal component, a hand gesture, or both. But it always requires at least one.
Okay.
What I know of a wizard, or not a wizard, but a sorcerer being able to cast subtle spells.
Well, here's the thing. Did they touch you?
He touched me on the chest and said that I was healed.
Right.
Well, then, I mean, touching you can do that as well. Some things are just touch.
Curing a curse?
I made sure I drank
Even if it requires a touch, it still likely requires a hand gesture or a verbal component.
Unless you didn't see that he did the hand gesture.
No, he said he didn't make any hand gestures.
Mhm.
There was no somatic components. So there's definitely something peculiar about that abbot. Also, he's apparently made some kind of creature from people's body parts, and he's missing a woman's face. He's trying to make a bride for Strahd, and he's just missing a woman's face.
Mhm.
So we need to keep Irina very far from the abbey, so that he doesn't try to take her face. Understood?
Mhm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? That's one way of putting it. It's pretty creepy.
Well, the thing is
Uh,
this place is not how it seems ever. So I don't trust anything in this world.
yeah. I don't
Wherever
think
we
should
are.
Go back to it. I don't think we should ever go back to that habit.
No.
So Smoke, when you talk about how you don't trust anything, you hear a clapping noise off to the side as you see this woman, this Vistani woman with this long, curly, bushy hair and a scar on the left side of her face, sitting there smoking a cigar in one hand and a bottle of looks like rum in the other hand, clapping. And she's like, "That is the spirit. Do not trust nothing, whether you can see it, hear it, smell it. Don't trust it."
Madam Ava.
And she throws her boots up on the table. No, she is a lot younger than Madame Ava. Madame Ava looks like she's 1,002.
Who
This
is
lady
this?
looks like in her
Yeah.
30s.
Guys, let me introduce you to the new love of my life, Esmeralda.
Hey, question,
That's a little too far.
does Rhaegar have a last name?
Yes.
What is Rhaegar's last name?
You've only ever heard it once.
Yes, Madame Ava spoke it, even though I never told her. It's my tribe name. Only members of my tribe would know it, as well as my nickname.
Well, then I'm just gonna say it is a pleasure to meet the new Miss Rhaegar. How do you do? The name is Jace. I am.
She puts down the bottle of rum. Are you outstretching your hand?
I do. Yes.
She flicks her wrist, and when she flicks her wrist, a small dagger flies out, and it slices your palm of your hand. Call me that again, and it will be the last time you insult me.
Tommy going first.
I am truly sorry.
All right. Let's
I'm
not
gonna put my
get.
arm around Jace and say, "Isn't she something?"
Let's not.
I nudge him in the ribs, and I'm like, I see why you like her. She seems definitely your type.
Right?
Let's not get hasty here.
Now, Esmeralda, I suggest to just save on funds, however, for the night. Perhaps you should just share Rhaegar's room.
I'll just sleep on the table, or under the table, or on the floor. Doesn't matter to me as long as I do not have the snow on my face.
I sleep on the floor too. And I wink at her.
Two peas in a pod, I guess.
I'm gonna whisper to Jace, imagine how strong our children would be.
I tell him you should attempt to produce one tonight.
I am
Oh,
not that kind
Did
of guy.
Rhaegar tell us that she was called a vampire hunter or not?
No, just Esmeralda.
So,
Yeah, I haven't mentioned anything yet. It hasn't come
so
up.
Esmeralda, why are you here?
I have one job: to kill vampires. Which your big oath of a friend says that you are also doing the same thing.
Well,
Yeah, I think she might
Yes.
be able to help us fight Count Strahd.
I know whose help we're going to really need to fight Strahd.
Oh, and who might that be?
Rudolph Van Richten.
She kicks the table away from her and jumps up out of her chair. Where is he?
Oh, I wish I flicking knew.
We
'Cause
do know.
No, we don't
Yes,
know.
we do. He's in the Amber, the Tower Amber. Or is that a different person?
No, that's the guy who wants to become a lich.
Yeah, we don't
Okay.
know. Yeah, he flew away. We don't know. The last
Oh.
time I saw him, we were in a church,
Exactly.
and
We just.
I have been hunting Van Richten for years. He has been outside of my grasp.
Why are you hunting
But
him?
you're saying that he is here.
why are you hunting him?
Why am I hunting him? Because I am his pupil. He has raised me since I was a child when he found me in a werewolf den about to be snack and raised me my entire life. hunt and kill
this
monsters.
This must be your book, as I pull out Van Richten Guides to Monsters and start flipping through it.
No, that's his book. That's his book he sells everywhere. You can
Yes,
buy them at
but-
any bookstore.
I have other notes from him as well.
Great, so do I. I'm
'Cause-
hunting him because he abandoned me on the mission. Left me for dead. And you see
you were-
she
and
actually
you were too
pulls
weak.
back. She pulls back one of her cloaks and she has a mechanical left leg.
Then you were too weak.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna smack Smoke in the back of the head for talking about my girlfriend like that.
I'll put a dagger to his throat.
I could
Oh
kill
my
you.
Okay,
God.
none of this, guys.
Listen, if Van Richten left her, then she is weak. The fact that she survived may
Why
be
do you
coincidence-
always have to talk shit, Smoke? We're trying to make allies.
allies. Do you all not understand? You realize this land that no one can trust anybody. I trust you only because you have bled for me. I do not trust this woman, nor will I ever until she actually bleeds on the battlefield with me. Y'all have. I don't
Well,
trust
maybe-
her.
Maybe Von Richten left her because he was weak and afraid.
No,
And
see,
she
Von
was
Richten,
taught to survive.
Van Richten left her for his own purpose. Maybe it was to make her stronger, because she was weak and wasn't worth to hunt by his side. But good on you for overcoming. But that does not mean I will call you friend or fall deeply in love with you as my less than intelligent friend here.
He is
Better not.
quite smart, thank you. And Esmeralda, welcome aboard. You're certainly welcome to accompany us.
You are too trusting.
Her reputation precedes her. And she's useful.
Reputation? We do not even know who this woman is.
Her name's Esmeralda. Already told you that.
Just because a name means nothing.
We
Regal.
know that she is quite adept at a certain set of skills that we can definitely benefit from. That's enough for now.
No,
Indeed.
not for me. I do not trust her, nor will I until she bleeds.
Well, then, why don't we go looking for a fight? We need to head out of here anyway. There's no point in taking her to the abbot, but she should be safe here with the Burgermeister or whatever it is. What was his name again? Dimitri, yeah.
I don't know if we should keep her around this town or
I mean,
the
as long as she
abbot.
doesn't go to the Abbey, she's fine.
Yeah, but we never no, there's no telling what these people will do to her.
I think she should stay with us. Because if she goes to that pool again, she might go in. As she's tried already once.
What do Ivan and Ismark say? They were the ones that recommended we bring her here.
Oh, about Esmeralda?
No,
but
about
But I was
Irina, about leaving her here.
I was also
bringing her with
saying
us.
that we wait and
Mm.
we tried.
Because I'm not sure if we could defend her from Strahd if he attacked again, but I think this place is at least safe from Strahd.
we don't know that.
Nowhere, from what I understand, nowhere is safe from Strahd.
Well, at least be a place that she could lay low for a while.
She is probably
And
better off with us under our protection.
There is. I tell Regar, there is means of finding people. There is a spell called scrying. They can scry on her and find her exactly where she's at.
A spell of crying?
So,
Scrying.
let me ask you something.
Scrying.
You wish to put your faith in Van Richten over anyone else here in Barovia?
Me?
Because
Of
we
course.
don't.
Why? What do you even know about Van Richten? He
I
is
know
just
enough.
as much of a monster that he hunts. He
Exactly.
I don't know
becomes a
nothing about him.
monster to hunt monsters.
Exactly. Because sometimes you need a monster to kill a monster.
She spits on the floor. It does not mean that you sacrifice those innocent just so you can kill a monster.
Sometimes sacrifices need to be made for the greater good.
Yes, but someone should have a say in whether they take part in such sacrifice. I agree with you, Esmeralda.
Thank you.
I don't
You-
think my love likes you very much, Smoke.
I don't care. I
Some
don't
of
care
you
if
seem
any of
to
you
have a
like me or not.
strong head on your shoulders. Others are just incompetent. I mean, who's to say And why do any of you listen to the words of the only one here who is cursed? The one who has accepted dark powers? And you choose to listen to him when he himself is only a step away from being the very monster that you also desire to kill.
By the way, is Arena
Are
in
you
the room?
Are you talking about Van Richten or me?
You.
How do you know I have such dark gifts?
I am Vistana. I know a curse when I see it.
How much is it?
Your shadows cannot hide from me.
Oh, but my shadow is my best friend.
Doubtful.
Do we hear all this about his shadow and crap?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By this point, I've stopped listening to. I mean, I as a player am listening, but Jace has stopped listening.
Okay. I'm going to like gloss right over the fact that you have some sort of supernatural shadow. Is Irina still in the room?
Yeah, she's just staring into her cup of water.
I'm gonna go over to her and say, Irina, this is
It's not me,
This-
you, it's me.
this is tough. Like, you know what? We had a good run. We had a good run, but I found someone. I've moved on. So
She looks up from her water and she goes, I'm sorry, Ricard. What did you say?
good talk. Good talk.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna go back to fawning over Esmeralda.
She goes back to staring at her water.
It was definitely a very one-sided relationship. Not a lot of give and take there anyway.
It is with all the girls you're talking to.
So, what plan of assault do you all have on Castle Ravenloft?
We need to prepare a little bit first before we attack there. We were going to check out, what was it? There was a couple of items that might be helpful. One is that, let's see, the Amber Temple might have something of value, and then Argon Vostolt is supposed to have some sort of weapon that might be helpful against them.
This Ember Temple, what notes do you have on it? I have a few myself. We can compare later.
Only the notes that we gathered at the tower.
See. And this is where you learned about this temple?
Yes.
No,
Where do you
I've known about it for a little while. I just didn't know the name. This is what was written in my book from a Vistani, and I show her the note.
Vistani told you about this?
Yes.
This
Was it Hold up. Was it Vistani or was it somebody else? It was Vistani.
It was
No.
the other Vistani, though.
no,
it was-
it was the dark elf.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Dusk-
dark
the
elf at the
dusk elf.
Vistani.
The
The dusk elf at the Vistani.
Yep.
At
Yeah,
the
she
Vistani
tells you,
camp.
she's
Sorry.
like, this isn't even in common. I can't even read this.
Sorry. This is a dusk elf at the Vistani camp told me about it. And I read the note off to her.
What does the note say?
Hold on one second. I have
They
it
don't
here.
bring up notes that you have if you don't have the notes.
I do have them.
Let them find it. God.
Yeah.
I don't think you've even told any of your party members about this note.
I have told them about this note.
I don't think you did.
I
Did you?
okay. Yes, I
sent
did.
it to you in a private message, and I'm pretty sure.
I
that's
know
about
you
as far
did,
as it
and I
went.
told them. In the South, there is a true power. Find the Temple of Amber. Okay, yeah, so I did know that. Okay. It houses great evil and the power of who rules over all.
So,
Yeah, that could definitely be valuable.
Strahd gets his power from a temple of Amber down to the south. That would be near Mount Gacus, no?
Yes.
Yes.
I know the path. I know the exact path to get there, but last time I went there, it was heavily guarded. The
Nothing?
order makes sure there was fail-safes. I needed
Oh.
to come back here to prepare. I went to the tower a couple days ago to see if Van Nechten had figured it out yet. Had to get past the fail-safes of the order.
It sounds like we will need a stealth mission, and I can help with that.
There's probably only one way in and
It's
one way
not-
out of this tower.
Yeah, it's not the Amble Temple. It's not a stealth mission as you so think. It is more or less arcane woods, and I'm just not that type of hunter. I know a little bit about the arcane, but and enough to disarm some traps. But these are different. It just feels a lot more powerful.
Then I could potentially help out with that,
Possibly.
for I am versed in the arcane.
I can tell you look like a nerd.
I also practice the arcane.
You also look like a geek.
Why, thank you.
I mean, a little bit on the religious zealot side,
Um,
but
So
I
do not be.
I don't judge. I do not judge.
I am actually surprisingly not religious. However, my
You are
allegiance
now,
is.
boy.
I say we either get going now or get going first thing in the morning. Whatever y'all decide.
It shouldn't be. It was only an hour to the
Yeah.
temple, so it shouldn't be too late right now if we want to head out now.
He's going motherfucking. Ooh. Fine, I ain't sharing the wisdom with you. Ooh.
Hey, Brandon,
Yeah, we
mute
can
your
get
mic.
headed out now. Yeah, we could get headed out now if y'all like.
What time of day is it?
Trying to think about it right now.
I'm gonna say it should be a little more than 2 hours after morning.
Hey,
Yeah, I'd say it's about midday now.
I'm asking. Hey, Jace, isn't there somewhere up here that you would like to have seen that's close by that we go real quick?
Yes, Argen Vostholt, but I don't believe that's close by.
Or... Oh, okay.
No, Argen Vostolt is just well, actually, it's closer than the other place, which is in Mount Gacus. We would get to Argen Vostolt first.
Oh, well, I would very much like to stop by, if you do
There
not mind.
There is also another place I would wish to visit. If I'm going to travel with all of you, I have had my eye and ears open. I've traveled to Vallaki several times, and I've been to some of the Vistani camps. Do you all know about the Mount Baratok and Lake Zarovich?
Yes.
Haven't we been to that?
We've been to Lake Zarovich. That's where we rescued the girl, the Vistani girl.
So,
And then there's the crazy mage.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Crazy Mage is near Mount Baratok.
the crazy mage. I would like to meet with him. I heard that he went toe to toe with Strahd. And if somebody has went toe to toe with Strahd for 3 days, fighting, and survived, I need to meet this person.
Yes, it might be dangerous to get to the tower. I believe he's gone a little insane.
Well,
But we can
tower?
try.
we're actually really close to it right now.
Oh,
'cause
that's right. He's not in
we're
the tower.
north-
My bad.
We're north of the Baratok pool, and we don't even have to go around Lake Zarovich because Lake Zarovich is way to the east of us. We would just head east straight into the woods to the edge of Lake Zarovich where he's apparently been seen.
So,
And we have
as you mentioned heading east, Dimitri is actually walking out of the door and he overhears that part and he says, "No, don't head east.
why not?
The woods to our east are overrun and with werewolves as of late. It happened just about a couple months ago. We call him Silver Claw, and he's appeared out of nowhere. Just came out of the mists and just started terrorizing the eastern side of our city. No one goes over there anymore."
So we need to clear out the werewolves first.
Remember, though, we have protection from the werewolf.
We do?
Yes.
There was one werewolf that promised that we would not be hunted or been attacked. Or something like that.
Do you
Yeah.
remember the last time we tangled with Strahd and he sent his wolves after us? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that's
but that was Drod wolves.
Are y'all talking
Yes.
about when y'all were still in the town of Barovia?
Yeah.
And the wolf said that you had an invitation awaiting you, and that you were told not to be touched until then.
Oh.
That does
Invitation.
that stood for that one time. You're pretty sure
Oh.
that didn't hold bond.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that werewolves aren't going to attack
Like,
us.
the werewolf literally told you, if you step into my cave, I will kill all of you, but I was told not to hunt you. So you're pretty sure that that one instance was just a one-off.
Yeah.
Because y'all were going to go into his cave and try and kill him. But I'm pretty sure 4 level 3s would have gotten murdered by a single werewolf.
I'm
Wait.
Wow,
also
4
pretty sure
level
that-
6s.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's go back
Let
and
me
murk
see.
that fucking werewolf. Come on, let's go.
Well, hold on. We got this other werewolf. We don't know if it's the same werewolf, but there's definitely a werewolf out here that would be in the way of us getting to that crazed wizard.
Well,
So we
I
need
don't
to
want to
clear
become
up
a
these
werewolf.
hurdles.
So, does
What's that?
anybody tell you what, Kaka, I mean level up. Once my I once again we increase in power. I can select a spell. I can learn a spell that would help us if one of us were to get cursed by a werewolf.
If get
Perhaps we
cursed
should
by a
wait
werewolf,
until then.
Well, we'll just come back and have the abbot cure me, like he did earlier. He said
No,
his healing
no,
services will always be available.
We're not going back that motherfucker. Nah.
Hey, we can't
Nah.
bring Arena up there, but we can still utilize his healing services.
What if he wishes to take? Oh, did he tell us before I metagame? Did you tell us about everything that happened up there?
I
Yeah,
literally
I
told
about
you
that.
that I met the zombie Frankenstein woman of his.
Okay.
And it's
Hold on.
What if he wishes to take my face? I've been
pretty enough.
I've been told that I have a rather feminine appeal by some people.
He would have asked you at the door.
Yeah, no, he doesn't want your face. Trust me. All of us are safe except for Arena.
You are fugly looking. The last thing they
Wait a
want to
minute.
do is take your face, you fugly
guys.
looking motherfucker.
Guys, I just thought of a loophole. He talked to Esmeralda, but he didn't want to take her face because she has a scar on it. We could
He's
get
saying
a scar on her face, and she would no longer be desirable to the abbot and worry about taking her face.
You're talking about freaking slicing a freaking woman's face open? What the fuck is wrong? And they call me the Dark One.
But
They would save her from being at risk of getting her face ripped off.
Ismark speaks up and he says, "Bro, not cool, man."
I mean, I was just brainstorming. It was an
What
idea.
what if instead of a scar, we gave her some sort of tattoo on her face?
A very ugly blemish, like a birthmark kind of thing.
Listen,
you know?
again, y'all talk about me being the Dark One.
But
y'all
this-
are talking about scarring a woman's face.
But
Alright, alright,
if
alright.
this saves someone's life and protects them from harm,
Irina speaks up this time and she's like, "I do not agree with this plan. I don't like it. I don't want any of what you said on my face."
Okay,
what about
we won't
sitting on
sit your
face? That's what I heard. Okay, it wasn't just me.
Okay, so can we go and fight some werewolves so we can get a little bit of combat in before bedtime?
I mean, I'm good with fighting werewolves.
So I actually have to go in 10 minutes.
You think we can get through a fight with werewolves in 10 minutes?
No.
Like, we
No.
find them quickly?
Hell
You wanna go fight a whole den in 10 minutes?
I mean, whatever werewolves we come across going into the woods.
You know what? You can go back up and fight the abbot.
Yeah, let's do it.
Guys,
By the
I'm
way,
pretty
why do you
sure-
think he's some kind of fallen angel? Why do you think
I'm pretty
that?
sure he's a fallen angel. He healed me with touch.
I'm pretty sure he's just some tall, creepy dude.
There's no way there's a human that tall, that pretty, and can heal on touch that is not a freaking angel. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but even I'm.
Are
Yeah.
you metagaming right now?
Is who metagaming?
That's what I'm
You-
saying.
All right, listen. Esmeralda says one last thing. She's like, "I was told by Rigo that you met my aunt, Madame Eva,
Yes.
and she read your fortunes. Can you tell me about them, or I haven't done this in a while, but I will offer it to you this one time for right now. Would you like me to read your fortunes again to see if anything has changed?
Yes, I would. Please.
Okay. So let's start. It's Jace gonna. It's the same thing. You have to sacrifice a point of inspiration and get your fortune read. Gavin has to leave here in 4 minutes, and so
Well,
does
technically,
Plume, so
I could leave in 13. I was just summarizing it down to
would
10.
one of you two like to go first?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to leave at 10 so I can go shower and go to bed.
Okay, so let's get you through first. I actually have a thing. So she asks you if you're willing to share a piece of your fate to be read.
Yes.
So she pulls out the deck of Taroka cards and she shuffles them, then hands them to you to shuffle. And then you shuffle them, and then you put them back in front of her. This isn't big, flashy, and showy like Madame Ava. She just
Right.
rips a card off the top and throws it down in front. What you see on the front of the card is you see an old man with a staff. Looks like he's dropping a pinch of some type of powder, and it's turning into a pillar of smoke bellowing in front of him. The man is an old wizard-looking guy with a very long beard, and it's upright. The card is upright, and it's called the Wizard, and she says out loud, "Ah, the Master of Stars, the Wizard." And then let me look and see the Wizard. The magic surrounds us and penetrates us and
Yeah.
binds us to the multiverse together.
Like the Force? Sorry.
So, until you use this, she tells you the fates grant you the ability to cast a spell at will, and it will, your connection to Ravenloft as a whole, not the castle that you know of, but you are not from here, and you have a very strong touch to the dark powers already. Tap into these, and you will feel the arcane power flow through you too. You may cast one first level spell once. So you pick a first level spell, and at any point in time you wish, you may cast it one and only time.
Any first
Gotcha.
level spell he can do?
Any first level spell.
Wow.
You may cast it at will. Once. Only once. Not once a day, not once per whatever. It doesn't take any key points. It is just one time use. You can tap into the dark powers and cast this one time spell. So you can
Gotcha.
pick any first level spell and use it.
And
Okay.
that's for smoke?
That's for smoke.
Nice.
Who else would like to draw
Well, with that,
from the deck?
I'm gonna go ahead and go to bed, guys.
Alright.
Let's see. Do I have? Yeah, I have 1 point. I'll go.
Alright.
Just deleted it.
She pulls the second card, and she's like, 2 upright cards. This is interesting. And you see a very fat religious man sitting there with his hand held up towards a sun behind him, and his other hand over his heart. And literally the title of the card that I just drew from the random card Taroka drawing generator that I googled earlier today is the priest,
Really?
the master of glyphs, the priest.
You know, I never
So-
intended for Jace to be a religious person. I'll just have you know that.
You are granted a divine boon from your god. Until recently, you have gained favor. I see an overwhelming presence in your future. Since you, under certain circumstances, and since you're a divine soul sorcerer, right? So you have access to cleric level spells.
I do, but if you look at the lore, the source of the power is different. It comes
Correct.
Yeah.
But you have. I'm reading. This is the reading from the template that I'm reading from. You have access already to cleric spells. spell list, right?
Yes.
You gain a first level cleric spell to add to your always prepared spells.
Really?
First level cleric spell of your choice. You get to add one of those spells to your spell list.
Any chance I could just swap
Cleric
out?
spell.
I
Nope.
know.
No swapping. You add one.
Because
like-
so the thing I would like to do is add one that I already have, and at a later time swap for a different spell. But I guess I can't do that.
No.
Uh,
It literally just says if the character already has access to. Like, it says you choose one, same as Smoke got, kind of. But this one says if you already have access to a cleric level spell, then you always have it prepared.
Could I select a spell that I already have, and then next time I level up, like
You cannot replace this spell, so you just pick a spell.
okay, because there's
It
like
could
nothing.
be-
I have all the first level cleric stuff I like already.
Just pick one of them.
Okay. All right, I'll look into it.
Okay. Who else is gonna draw?
I'll draw.
Who's that?
Arrow.
So, you see a very voluptuous woman with a candelabra behind her, holding up a fan up to her face, glaring out. And it's called the Tempter. So let me see what the Tempter does.
Hey Tony, what's the spellcasting ability modifier for the cleric spell that I gained though? Can it be charisma?
Yes.
Okay.
The Torturer, the Thief, the Tempter. Everyone has a price. Wow, this one seems... You are offered an item that you need right now, but at a terrible price. You have until... Okay, you are offered an item that you need right now, but at a terrible price. You have until the end of your next long rest to decide what that item is. The DM will then set a price. You are free to accept or decline the offer.
Damn.
Legendary items cannot be demanded.
But a very rare could be demanded?
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't have the money for it.
So it could be an
A
arm.
price doesn't necessarily mean money.
Sure.
Yeah.
It could
It
be
could be
asking
like-
you to do something that you might not want to do.
It'd be
just-
like half of your health. or your
Or
soul.
just if it asks you to kill me, please don't do it. Okay?
Oh no, I won't kill anybody. Okay. Let's go to items then. Fuck it. I'll see it. We'll see. I got
It's an
time.
item that you need. Think of an item that you're gonna it would be a game changer. Legendary items are excluded from the
Staff
list.
of Power.
Isn't that a legendary
That's
item?
a very rare.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that, but what is the price gonna be on that?
Remember, the more powerful the item is, the higher the price
More-
is gonna be.
Yeah, and I can't change it if I
Bro,
can't.
Dude, go big or go home, man.
Bro, hold on.
True.
Helm of Teleportation.
No, the Staff of Power, dude.
Helm of Teleportation is only a rare. It's not even a very rare. But it gives you Teleport, which is a 7th level spell, 3 times.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Staff of Power, I think, also gives you that, as well as a lot of whole other ass kickery.
Staff of Power.
Pretty sure that's one of the spells that it comes with.
I hadn't even heard of... That's a very rare, though. That's going to be pricey.
Go
Yeah,
big or
that's
go
what I'm
home.
saying.
That is a really good staff, though. Jesus Christ.
It's-
20
Yeah.
One of the best staffs, if not the best staff in the game.
All right. Staff of Power. That's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna let you sleep on this.
Okay, all right.
And no, I was wrong. It doesn't let you teleport, but still, it's a staff of power.
I know it's a fucking staff of power. Oh,
It would be less of a price to get the helmet teleportation. It would help with getting around quite a bit.
But on the other hand, he could absolutely fucking nuke Strahd with this thing.
oh yeah, for sure. But what would be the price? Oh,
Wait, that gives you a +2 bonus to any attack and damage rolls.
yep, and it's an arcane focus. I literally have 52 gold. If it's gold
And
pieces,
you get
we're
a
screwed.
bonus to AC saving throws and spell attacks.
Let me ask you this:
Okay.
is this the item that you're demanding? Is this truly what you want to demand?
What else? What? Okay. What else could I? Oh,
A Cloak of Displacement is another one I could think of that'd be maybe a good choice.
yeah. But it's something that I would absolutely need. What do we absolutely need? What do I absolutely?
I mean, unless you guys need like a bag of holding, that's something pretty
yeah,
simple and
something really
cheap.
good.
Let's see what else there is.
What I was thinking about is the wizard's hat, the one that allows you to have any wizard's cantrip in the game, and all you have to do is roll a DC or roll a saving throw, I think it is. And if you match the DC or you get excluded, you get to cast that cantrip.
Dude, Carpet of Flying for mobility. Like that could get a solid amount. It could support 800 pounds.
True, but if we're talking about just the utility of it, if we're really trying to take that risk into account, just get a Broom of Flying. That's only an uncommon. And you can still carry another person on it.
True.
But I'm saying, I mean,
You know what?
it's your choice, man. But
Jay said go big or go home, so I'm gonna go
I will
big, go
say,
home.
It's a fucking good item, that Staff of Power. Like
Yeah,
if you end up getting that, whatever the price is,
Yeah.
it might be worth it.
Yeah, Staff of Power. I'm gonna lock down Staff of Power.
I mean, I can't.
That's
I'm
your
looking for- I don't think-
decision.
That's my decision.
The card bursts in flames, leaving behind a scorch mark on the table in the shape of a very familiar looking mountain.
okay, what's
what
the
is
mountain?
Can y'all please check the map?
I'm on the map.
I'm on it.
Mount Baratok?
Mount Beartop? Yeah.
Oh, I can't move it. I want to let me move it.
I don't know. Oh, there you go.
This is the image that appears scorched into the table.
Okay. So I have to go to that mountain.
Mount Baratok. Okay.
I mean, dude, you're talking about being able to cast spells with this thing that you wouldn't even be able to normally do until 9th level. Like,
Yeah.
Esmeralda speaks up and she says, "What a coincidence, Arrow. We speak
Yes.
of finding an old mage, and the card tells you the location of a magical staff that you are hunting for? Coincidence
Yes.
or no?"
There's no such
don't-
thing as coincidence.
I don't
You're
think
right.
it's a coincidence.
The fate tells all. Rhaegar, would you like to take your swing?
I mean, after those, yes, I would definitely like to take my shot at you. I mean, yes, I will definitely pick a card.
Oh,
God,
man, I want
God.
it. Man, I want the Staff of Power now.
just
Right?
don't ever use the Retributive Strike feature of it.
What do you mean, the one that breaks it apart?
And then
You
and
take
then
it-
transports everybody in its immediate vicinity to a random plane of existence.
Yeah, no, I'll use that.
As I sit down to pull a card, I'm going to tell Esmeralda, I already have a Staff of Power. Oh, God. You sure I'm not a bard? I'm playing more like a bard. It's really good that my next campaign I'm going to be in is going to be a bard. That's going to
Yes,
fit really well.
it will. By the way, I had an idea of how they would possibly discover you. I'll send you a message real quick, then I gotta go.
I covered some of that in there. But yeah, you look it over and we'll talk about it later.
Staff
It's fine.
of Power.
So, you see a man behind a wheel cranking a piece of rope, and looks like he is in a dungeon. There is knives and all types of torturing equipment in the background. This man is dressed like an executioner. The card reads, "The Nine of Swords, the Torturer." She says, "You have endured much pain in your life. No one can withstand the twisting of ropes and prodding of needles like you can. The pain and misery fills you with rage.
Lots of rage. Oh, yes.
While this card is in play, you may activate this card at any point in time in any future combat you may enter into. The creature with the highest hit points when this card is activated in the area must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or take 8d8 piercing damage at the start of its next turn. The holder of the card cannot discard it until the end of their next long rest.
Wow.
If you wish to discard it."
So
Shit.
from Esmeralda, I get a tarot card that it works. When I activate it, whoever has the highest hit points.
In the area.
Hey guys, I gotta go ahead and go.
120 feet.
Yep, check you later.
Yeah,
I'm
ahead.
gonna go ahead and kill the recording if that's okay. Or do you want me to keep it going and shut it off
No,
whenever
you're
I get
good.
back home?
You're good.
Okay.